pull the mic a little bit further towards you.
I'm almost positive you've met both of them.
I have. I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
So my
check.
thing is like, I've met everybody,
Fuck
but
it.
I have
It's a
to
bold statement.
I have to like re-meet everybody. That's
Same
like
way.
my thing.
Do you remember the
Like-
show at the Railroad Tavern with Born Low, Tough Luck, Naysayer?
where the dude got killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
We played that show together.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rude Awakening played that show.
Yeah.
The dude did in fact get killed.
Yeah, he's dead now.
What? I don't even know why that popped off. Doesn't matter. But, yeah.
Sucked, dude. He's a
Sucked.
shitty guy.
But he like
Shit sucked.
he
Yeah.
got like hit while on a motorcycle like weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, within a month of getting his shit ran, he got
yeah.
iced on a bike.
Dude, like 20 people beat
Had
that
it
guy. It was
coming.
great.
Had it
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Don't
Happens.
get beat up where we're at, and that won't happen to you.
What band were you guys in at the time?
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
We don't say its name.
Okay.
So, Johnny Limit,
I was
Josh
just
Hines.
waiting. I was waiting. I was like, all right, welcome guys, welcome to my house. You know,
You're giving away
Thanks
the
for having us.
location. dude.
Nice house you got here.
You just doxed
It's a
yourself.
nice stove.
that's whatever.
Blank that out.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Oh,
Yeah,
looks the part.
I mean, there was 2 of them at one point, and then I had to obviously take out the second one.
So, how'd he
Whatever.
rope you into word for word?
I mean, I did like a half a dozen word for word shows when they were a band.
Yeah.
So like, you know, just like our friends' bands right now, you just get whoever to play whatever.
Bring the mic closer to you. Just 'cause
check.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, when Word for Word was active, I probably did like 6 shows or something, something like that.
Probably that. We definitely had a lot of help from a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Definitely a few. We did. I was thinking on the way down here, when like I think it was more like me singing with Hammer Bros in Florida. We did that one. There's a bunch of you and guys who helped out on.
Yeah.
Helped fill in on.
I don't remember a solid lineup seeing word for word as many times as I did. It was like you and whoever was there. Nate sometimes, you know, and then Fat Man, right? Didn't he?
He
Once or
filled in for a
twice?
tour. I think
Yeah.
it was,
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think it was 2009. Yeah, it was that one. The Midwest tour.
No.
I feel like Word for Word's also like one of those bands that's like, as long as like maybe you're the singer, it could be like whatever.
It's like the head of the snake, right?
Yeah,
People
I said it with
recognize
Yellow
that person.
Stitches too.
Oh, yeah.
I said the
I've
same
been-
thing to Fat Man. I was like, I feel like Yellow Stitches is one of those bands that
Yeah.
have an infinite amount of members.
He didn't feel that way. I've been pressuring him for how long? When did I first bring it up to you? Not that it's my fault that it happened,
Within
but
the last 10 years. I'm
yeah.
not sure. It's been years. I feel like it's been a long time.
What for a word?
He's like,
for word
oh,
show?
you don't
Bring
think
it in.
you don't think anyone would care? That's what you said. I was like, dude, what are you talking about, man?
Everybody cares.
People still care.
Yeah.
Johnny is word for word, in fact. But this lineup does feel kind of legit. It's not too scabbed up. So it's like the final lineup with just me, who was a fill-in.
Yeah, because Pete's been in the band for the last couple of years of it.
Yeah, but hardcore bands aren't. Everybody's a scab, dude. It's everybody's
And,
play. Whoever can
100%.
play, dude.
Brandon's been there since the
Exactly.
beginning. He's been
Yeah.
the original bass player. It started off with Joel and Martel and Mike Welch. They had like 3 songs, and they kind of invited me. And then, yeah. and we
Oh,
started writing
it
that.
wasn't yours from conception.
No, they had 3 songs written like musically.
Yeah.
And then I wrote lyrics to those, and I wrote some more lyrics to the songs that
Pull your
came.
mic a little closer.
And yeah,
They recruited Johnny.
they recruited me, and then I just ran off with it. I was like, okay.
Why do you think the hold up for that long?
Yeah.
You just like didn't want to do it, or there's like a few factors?
Oh, as far as the reunion,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like the last time we had played was like 3 years, and that was like 2 reunion shows. So it was the thing we did for fun. It was kind of done. Like the reason why we broke up in the first place is we weren't writing anymore, and we weren't gonna travel anymore. So I didn't want to just play the same venue every week. It was like, what are we doing? We're just like running in a circle. So
Yeah.
I thought it seemed like a good time to bow out, you know. So we did the whole generic thing everyone does. You did the big last show, you did the reunion. Now I think I'm just gonna like, I don't know, do whatever happens and not say.
I feel like nobody's really
Yeah,
broken
maybe-
up
yeah.
forever.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about earlier. So
Well, if it's a band that mattered, I don't think you are allowed to stay broken up in a way.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to Hammer Bros in a minute, but
We stayed broken up, unfortunately.
yeah, I know. But if you're a band that's paved the way for a lot of people, and Word for Word definitely did, myself included, and you don't really have a choice sometimes, you know what I mean? And when the people want it, not just me, like other people, it's kind of like your duty to give back to the culture, I think, right? Not just you, but just really anybody who had a band that I would say more than just here thinks Word for Word was rather influential. Because Arrest Records too, and that went hand in hand. And I don't. I'm stoned. I don't really know what I'm trying to say.
But it's also humbling to see that it still carries weight in 2025, and there's a new generation. You know, some of the kids that were around when Wordforward was around are no longer here, and now new kids are coming up and getting into it. So it's cool to see, you know, what these shows are going to bring for sure.
Hardcore also exploded recently,
Without a doubt.
so that people are fiending for music, old and new. So
You know, when they see all the like, oh, I hate to say the term, like old heads, like bringing back their old bands.
Yeah.
I think it just means more, like for them to be exposed to like the old generation that kind of started from the area. You know what I mean?
So my take is Wordforward was kind of one of those bands that were before their time. Like right now in 2025, you have a lot more like skinhead hardcore crossover, where like there's a big resurgence on that. You have bands like CMI, Haywire, kind of bridging gaps between oi and hardcore punk rock and whatnot.
Skinhead.
Skinhead, obviously, yeah, in the name. But like Wordforward was doing that a little early on when there wasn't as many bands doing that. So I feel like current day, I feel like Wordforward has a place. That's for sure. I mean, they did back then too, but you know, more appeal now than when they were active.
I feel like in 2006, 2007, when we started, there was nothing in the area kind of like that. It was very bizarre for people.
It was
They're
different.
like,
what
what are these dudes doing? And the way I looked at it was like, I love the Chrome Eggs. I love Agnostic Front. I come from like a hardcore background, and I moved to Manchester when I was like 18. So that was around the time I was like 2021. I started getting into the skinhead culture, but I was more like into hardcore. Like saw they're kind of like crossover, and I saw like bands like that, and I was like, all right, kind of like made my own thing out of it, or emulated kind of what I saw, you know. So it made sense to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then being from New Hampshire, you know, like a lot of kids,
Mixed bag up there.
mixed bag for sure. But like, you know, people in Boston gravitating towards all the Boston bands. We're from New Hampshire. We're gravitating towards like the Bruisers and such. You know, so that kind of came full circle with Wordforward, Skinhead and hardcore and everything.
And also like when I moved to Manchester when I was 18, a lot of my friends, a lot of the hardcore guys there were into that, and they were like skinhead dudes that were older, and you kind of like started like getting into that culture and meeting it. So meeting those dudes, and it kind of just made sense, you know.
Yeah.
Did Arrest Records come before or after Wordforward started?
It's kind of in the middle of it, actually. We had done a record with Frequency Deleted Records, our friend's label, Western Mass.
Shout out, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Chris.
Johnnie.
Absolutely. And we kind of just wanted to do our own thing, and so we wanted to do my friend Alex's band Ignorance. So I approached like Anthony, and I approached Mike from Wordforward Records, and just kind of like, you know, picked their brain about it. And I was like, I want to do this. I want to like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And they kind of just like showed me what they did, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run with this. I'm gonna make a name. My friend Scott from Manchester actually made the name. It was kind of a pun. Arrest Records. Is kind of, I thought it was funny. And then I went to guys and I was like, yo, make me a logo. I'm doing this hardcore record label. It's called Arrest Records, and he did the logo.
G made the logo.
He made the logo.
Shit. Damn,
And then I just
Shout
like never did anything legit. It was just like ran with everything, nothing copywritten, just had bands, handshake agreements, never contracts. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
This deal. Here's the logo. We're gonna put in the CD, the record, and those dudes showed me how to like have records made, how to have CDs pressed, how to get things like digitally on digital platforms. And it was like different back before. I haven't pressed a vinyl record in a long time, but it was a real interesting process before where you had to like get a master, get a vinyl master, get that sent to like a plant that made plates, and the plate people sent it to like the record plant. So it was like a really interesting process. It was not like very cookie cutter. It wasn't like Pirates Press.
I remember it being a nightmare.
It was like a lot of pieces. It wasn't like you just go to Pirates Press and here's the music, make the thing. It was like these guys, Aardvark makes the plates and then like Rainbow made the records. So if you got like a bunk record, which happened like maybe twice. You remember one time it happened with Hambros, we got like a terrible test press, and everyone's fighting. The master guy, the plate guy is like, oh, I don't know, it's not my fault, and the plant's like, it's their fault, and vice versa. I'm like, I don't care whose fault it is. I need you
fix the fucking product.
Fix the product. I need this record to not have pops in it.
So I don't know enough about the process, but is it not like that now? It's just seamless with one-stop shop.
It's easier. Like it's
all
more,
out of China.
It's more money. It's actually I think a lot out of the Czech Republic. They do a lot with vinyl.
Well, either way.
They might be out of China now. Like I said, I haven't done a record since like I think the Yeltsages.
I just said that because I assumed every fucking
yeah,
thing.
everything is out of China. You're right. I guess a lot of the Pirates Press stuff's out of the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
They're really big with vinyl there, and
it's because they don't have like plastic emissions laws and shit.
yeah. But I'll tell you, like, it's awesome working with. I remember like working with them because it was expensive, I thought, but it was like, here's the music, this is what we want, and they would do like the digital download coupon, the records, and they would ship the whole thing to you, and you get a fucking pallet at your house of like 500 records. You're like, cool, now I have a record label.
All right. History of Arrest Records.
Get some shirts printed out, some records,
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom, you know?
I feel like the handshake deal type thing is just the way to go at that point,
Yeah.
though, because it almost like, oh, this guy actually cares about us,
Well,
and he's not just gonna like. Well, to that degree, you know what I mean? Like, like it seems like Arrest Records in that time frame too is just like, oh, it's like I know these people,
Yeah.
So it's like help them out with some records.
So Ignorance was the first band?
Yep, it was the first CD. We did 1,000
even
CDs.
before Word for Word.
Before Word for Word.
Oh, okay.
I think Word for Word, yeah, because we had stuff released on FDR, like the Keepsake CD, and they did like our demo, which we turned into like a full, an EP, like a self-titled.
Yeah.
And then we did like the Manchester Forever CD, which is like our, I guess you can call it our sophomore full length.
Soft.
Even though it was technically like a bunch of vinyl only releases. There was like the Courage Warfare EP we did, and then like some split 7-inch stuff we did, and some unreleased stuff, and it made like a full length CD because CDs were still like okay back then. Now if you have a CD, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it was like,
Honestly,
a thing.
It's vintage.
Don't hand
Yeah.
me that. It's like, that's annoying.
It's like
Yeah,
trash.
yeah.
I'll listen to a CD in my car and I'll throw it behind me. I don't give a shit.
I don't even
Like,
have that option
I
in
do.
my
I still
thing.
have it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have my car. You know.
My
I'm just a
car,
normal guy.
yeah, I haven't seen because like we were talking about earlier, sell cars. They like stopped putting CD players in cars in like 2017.
Yep.
Still got a cigarette lighter, though.
I got it
Yeah.
2017, so I'm very lucky. I can listen to CDs. You know.
Yeah.
Brad, was it you that absolutely refused to do tapes?
I mean, I feel that way now. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Like, it's not that I wouldn't. Like, I have a couple of COA tapes because that's the only thing I fucking collect. But yeah, what the fuck am I putting? What the fuck? A tape?
Can I say
What is it?
something about
88?
tapes? I
Get outta
hate
here.
tapes. Tapes.
I hate fucking records
Who
too.
has
Oh,
a
the sound
tape
quality's
player?
better. Suck a dick. Get out of here, dude. It's not. It's better than YouTube. Sure.
I've always just seen stuff like that, like tapes and records, as just like collector's items.
Yeah, more
That's
novelty.
all
for
I've.
sure.
That's yeah.
That's all I've ever seen. I can't.
I mean, half the times
I
I buy a
don't
record
play
and
it,
just listen
yeah.
to the Spotify.
Talking
anyways.
hella shit. So
Yeah.
A record's
No.
real. A record's cool. You can open it. It's like this gorgeous, like gatefold 12-inch thing. You can like read the lyrics. But a tape is like this little thing. It was cool. Like I think a long time ago.
When everyone had tape
up
players.
until like the early 2000s. But it's a fun, cool way if you're like in a band right now. I think to do a cheap release because it's like a few $100. You can definitely add a digital download coupon because people want to support your band. They like to have like a little like keepsake little thing.
Yeah.
Physical something.
But they don't. I don't know many people that listen to tapes. People listen to records. I listen to records still.
No, I
have
know.
a
I said
share
that in
player.
full of a room of people who love listening
Yeah.
to records. I just fucking, I've never understood it. I get
Yeah.
the art, I get the collecting.
Yeah.
That part I get.
That's fine. Yeah.
I just gonna put my fucking headphones on, dude. You know what I mean? Or my fucking Bluetooth.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Like you do
whatever.
a tape for Skinhead, the Homesick.
I did.
Okay, so like I'm with you on that. It's a good collectible piece. You get a digital download.
Yeah. You had to have that.
But to your point,
Yeah.
like who has a tape player? Like I do, but
And,
not many other people.
I didn't even know how to do it. I had to like talk to a friend. I had to talk to Aldo from Criminalized Records in like California. Like, how do I do this? Because
Yeah.
I think if you look at like the Arrest Records catalog, we've always done like CDs and LPs and 7-inches. It's always been like a CD record company
Yeah.
and like digital.
He knows how to do all that weird shit.
I did a
Like
couple
all that-
tapes. Yeah. He's good with hats.
Yeah, hats,
He's great with
necklaces.
tapes, necklaces. He's a wealth of knowledge. Great dude.
Shout
So
out
I
Aldo.
definitely hit him up and I was like, yo, I need this tape. I need help.
Brother.
Yeah, help me out. And he hooked it up. Like I think he basically did the whole thing actually.
Yeah, so,
Just like put my logo on it. So thanks Aldo.
I feel like that turnaround was pretty fast. Too.
Yeah, tapes are fast and
Tapes
like,
are cheaper too. So like
Yeah.
for younger bands, it's a really easy gateway as opposed to like trying to shell out for an LP.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Because like a tape, you can do a few $100. LP, I haven't done in a while. You're looking at like $2-3 grand, maybe more, depending on colors,
expensive,
how the
yeah.
jacket is.
And if you're like a Hallmark kind of band, having a demo tape is crazy to have. Like, you know, if somebody has a CMI demo tape, you know what I'm saying right now? Or like the Skinhead 2 song.
Yeah.
Like that tape's going to be not only worth crazy money, but it's just going to be cool to have in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I've got the Rude Awakening demo CD.
There it is.
the CD?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
that's
first
right.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we did tapes too, but yeah, I definitely know we
We
did
did.
CDs. We did.
I think.
Okay.
I,
We had
I think
It was a lot. You guys
Thanks
had a
for-
lot of merch.
I
Yeah.
fun thing is I put it out. I'm not in the band,
had
but I
demo
put out the
records.
demo.
You're in the band.
I definitely did a tape. Definitely did a CD.
7-inch demo.
7-inch, yeah, for sure. That was one of my favorite 7-inches, and I'll tell you why. Because hardcore is really simple, and we did like a black and white cover, and you flipped it over as a glued cover, and it had the lyrics to like the 4 songs on it.
Oh yeah.
And it was so simple and sick, and the music was so good. Like
No insert?
all 4 songs. No.
Yeah.
No insert because they were all on the back. It was just like
I mean,
here are
we
the
can
lyrics to the
prove
4
it. I think
songs.
I have all of them in that bin right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's-
I'm pretty sure.
Here's the catalog number. Here's the
Oh, one of
info.
them's right there.
Is it?
Yep.
There it is.
Oh yeah. And the Hammer
that's
Bros
cool,
ones
dude.
on there. Not on purpose.
Oh yeah. I thought you did this on purpose when I came in.
No.
there. I was like, oh.
Those have been
you know
there since
Josh
I
is
put them
coming in
up.
today, so he's like, oh.
No, I've seen
where's
it on
the
the other
Josh bands?
podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I
Every
can
time
test that.
somebody picks up the Hammer Bros, like the hand drawn one, and like that one's a really cool.
Yeah, there I am.
There I
Do you
am.
mind if I grab this?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a really funny record.
I think Skull drew that, right? Yeah.
Did G so bad? Did him so dirty, dude.
Did everyone
That's
bad
sick,
except
right?
himself?
This is so sick. This is number 3, so I think I don't remember the order. Ignorance is 1. I think we did a Dogfight US Wordforward split 7-inch for the second one release, and this is a really funny release because it was kind of like a hack release. What I did was, this was first put out with a different cover by Welfare Records, and I bought 500 records off them and just got new jackets. It was like now, and I was like, now it's
Punk rock.
and I screwed Mike Welfare because I put it. This is when like the digital was new, and I put it online, and like totally burned him and got all the money on the digital sales. So,
Because he didn't have it up digitally?
yeah, so sorry,
Oh,
Mike. Thanks
so-
for all your helping. But yeah, hey, you were slow to the game. I caught it.
You want me to edit that?
that? No, we're friends. It's cool.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
You're like, he knows
Dude,
now.
I've been meaning to get that cover tattooed on me for so long. I've been putting it off forever.
That's a good one. That is, Al did that. Al killed it. He did all the word for word stuff too. All of our artwork.
Yeah.
Angry Al, yeah. That's why he's all like the same.
Oh, maybe I'll have to
Yes.
talk to him next week. Maybe I'll set that up.
Yeah.
Have him do it too.
I always tell people,
Yeah.
because believe it or not, there are some people that have word for word tattoos that are not me.
Dude, no, there's a fucking lot of them.
Yeah, and I think it's because Al just nailed all the artwork, and I always tell people when they message me, like, "Do you mind if I get this?" And I'm like, first of all, I'm flattered as fuck.
Yeah, right.
That's like
yeah.
a crazy honor. And second of all, if you're gonna do this and you're like local, you should definitely go to Al because he drew this shit. And
It
if,
means
like,
more.
Yeah, and if I was gonna get like some artwork from some band and the artist was like close, I would definitely go to that person.
Yeah.
What do they
Yeah,
get?
for
Do they
sure.
get the songbird?
There's some songbirds. There's definitely like the keepsake on someone's arm.
Courage
a couple
over
arms.
fear.
Courage over fear, really?
Yeah, for
I-
sure. Someone has that. I don't know the fucking name off the top of my head, but a vicious shoulder to shoulder.
I've never
Cursive.
seen that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Show yourself.
Show yourself.
Expose yourself.
Yeah.
Tag the podcast.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but whether it was like, fucking, I don't know, what's it like, as big as like Speed now, word for word back then, it mattered and people remember it. And it coming back now when you guys play next week, you'll see that, I think. And it's going to be kids you've never seen fucking singing it before. You know what I mean? Like
17-year-old
fucking-
kids
yeah,
just
dude.
vibing out.
Dude, Neolithic covering Hammer Bros.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's
that was
all.
sick.
And
Like,
Sabbath.
that's
That's the best
Yeah.
that song's ever sounded. Is when they did it.
I did get wind of that Hammer Bros cover, and I
Yeah.
did send that to our singer Jim, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, let's light the fire on this." And
Oh yeah, let's
I
crack
don't know,
into it.
A little smidge, but I don't know. Maybe someday. Who knows?
He
Yeah.
lit up a little bit.
He lit up a little bit. He said, "Man, the guy's got some pipes. They killed it." But
Yeah. Never say never.
He responded. That's good.
he responded. That, that was positive.
Yeah.
Going back to that, your band matters too much for you to not play thing. Just
Here's
saying.
your sign.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's cool to see the younger kids getting into it and
Yeah.
covering it. Now, Mike, I'm like, okay. I'm like, Hammer Bros is still a new band, but I'm like, no, we broke up 15 years ago.
That's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
It's
long
like
time
last
ago.
week.
I'm like anything in the 2000s, I'm like, this is new. You know,
What was your favorite Hammer Bros show to play? How about that? Start there.
that's a loaded question. I mean,
Obviously, the Anchor's Up 2 year.
so Anchors Up every anniversary was amazing. You know, it was a free show, it was a give back.
Yeah.
You know, it was first, second week of August. So like every year we just bought a bunch of burgers, did all that shit, and it was cool. It packed out. As far as everything outside Anchors Up, we did really good in Seattle or Tacoma. We played this fest called Rain Fest. That was always awesome. California was okay. Florida was cool. But Anchors Up, you know, Massachusetts gave us tons of love. So I'd say, yeah, just any Anchors Up show for sure.
I got a funny story about Hammer Bros and Tacoma and the Rainfest. So this is when I was early on starting Arrest Records. I didn't know about media mail. For those of you who don't know, media mail is way cheaper to mail records, tapes, videotapes. And I mailed like 50 records with this like fake Starbucks cover, like limited edition cover of the Kids Are Dead LP for like $200. They got lost. Years later, I got a couple copies. A hard lesson learned, but it's pretty funny.
Oh, you got them back?
I got a couple, like literally like 2. Like I don't know what happened. It was weird.
How'd you-
All of them go
Yeah.
back. We got
Yeah.
these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mysteriously popped up.
Yeah, mysteriously 2 popped up, and I was like, weird. But
How'd you get them back?
I think like someone that was out in like Tacoma, like I think I mailed them out there because so I didn't want to take them on the plane, and I didn't know that I could mail them for like $5, so I mailed them for like $200, and they got lost, and it was a bummer because limited edition records are sick, and it was like a
Now
cool,
they're fucking. Yo, if people got them now, it's even more limited.
I think I might have a couple too because I might have pulled some. Like I always did that. I always
Merch
like,
swap
try
gonna go
one or
fucking
two.
crazy.
Yeah.
Now flip them.
That's my story. Josh, do you remember at Rainfest the guy who was rapping to his like food truck barbecue, and it was like the sickest thing? It was before like
Hell yeah.
camera
do,
cell
yeah.
phones.
I
I
do.
wish that like people knew what this
Q.
like. Yeah,
His name was Q.
His name was Q, and he was rapping about barbecue outside of Rainfest. Great fest.
That's
Great
sick.
singer. Great rapper.
All right.
I had a great time.
Shout
I
out
just
Q.
I just went to sell
Shout
merch.
out
I had a
Q.
great time. Shout out to Q. Wherever you are, you know,
Show yourself.
show yourself.
Where's Q?
Yeah, we still talk about you, Q.
If he finds this podcast, that's crazy.
Going back, you were talking about like the Anchors Up, like barbecues and stuff like that with what was it, Hammer Bros and your favorite shows. Would you probably just say anything at Anchors Up was probably your favorite?
Yeah, like for sure, Anchors Up. That was our home base. Yeah. So Anchors Up was cool because, you know, the locals really gave the local bands all the love. You'd have a band like Ham Bros play and pack out 200 plus kids, and then you'd have a national band play like some touring band, and you know, definitely the locals got more love than the bigger bands.
Right.
So I mean, Austin did that skate park show in August, and I kind of looked at that as like a little head nod to the Anchors Up like free show anniversary because he did it at the same time, same weekend, and it was a free show, like kind of a give back thing.
Like
so
Bill Ricca.
Bill
those couple
Ricca,
years, yeah.
but obviously that was on such a larger scale than Anchors Up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was it took me back. Like when I saw that, it was like I was like taken back by it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like, you know, I had a similar vision, and he's just like really doing it. You know, there was like what 2,000 people there.
Oh, they crushed
at that skate
It was
park.
insane. Yeah.
I mean, it was so
him,
awesome.
Megan, Doug. They did like all of it, which is crazy.
And just like, you know, young skateboard kids just looking to have fun, like hopefully like they discovered hardcore for their first time, like at that show,
Yeah.
you know, change their course of their life or whatnot.
Yeah. We were talking about how people that I never would have thought would have shown up to that were just there skating.
Yeah,
And like just
100%.
because they're like, oh, this is cool.
I saw Chris Baldwin on a bicycle that day.
You got Rick to life on a horse. You got Chris Baldwin on a bicycle.
Dude, he rips. He does like crazy like
Yeah, no, he's
down
he
mountains,
shreds.
roots and
I
rocks,
know
like
he's good.
dangerous
That's his
stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
The forest shredding unit, dude.
Yeah.
man.
I don't
See
mess
me,
with
I'm
that.
like, I still have a skateboard, but I didn't bring it. Like, no one wants to see that. This dude, though, he can still kick it.
I've been known to click the tail around.
Nice.
Click the tail.
Every year, for the last 4 years, I've been doing this thing where I do as many kickflips as I am turning. Not consecutively, but same session, same day.
Yeah, yeah.
And so far, I'm undefeated.
Nice, dude.
So far.
See, I avoid birthday kicks in the gym because
Yeah.
I'm all good. You know what I mean? I don't need to do fucking 68K or however fucking old I am, dude. I'm
Fuck
not
that. Yeah.
You look great for
well,
68. Bro.
Well, both kicks, both. I got two legs.
Oh, okay. Well, that-
Yeah, all right.
gotcha.
Now we're adding them up.
All right, now we're getting, okay, I missed that.
But, dude, 39 kickflips, no primo.
Dude.
Just 39
No,
solid
yeah, 39
kickflips.
kickflips, pretty safe.
Yeah.
If I did 39 kickflip attempts when I was skating, I'm landing 2. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in a row, like I said, like the
Yeah.
same session. Last time I tried a heel flip, though, I definitely did landed primo, which means you land sideways and totally yard sailed, as the kids say, or like Home Alone fall up in the air, like my hat, glasses everywhere.
Did the skateboard stay vertical and you snap your spine?
No,
over as you come
luckily,
down?
it, like, just for a second, just enough to like throw me in the air and collapse and be like, am I
Skate
hurt? Am I
4
really
looks
hurt?
like shit. You see that?
Say it again?
Skate 4 looks like shit. You
I
see
have
that?
not seen it. No, I've
Yeah.
never played skate. I was more of a Tony Hawk guy, especially
Really?
back in the day at the PlayStation. Like that controller made sense. Like you can tell Tony Hawk or whoever was making that game skated.
Yeah.
Like left box is a kickflip because you're going that way. You know, right?
Well, the skate's gonna blow your
can't-
mind, dude.
yeah.
You use the joysticks to flip the board.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like way more
I don't think
realistic.
I could hang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
no, I think it's awesome. Like the first 3 games, but doesn't matter. We can segue off this, but the fucking all the footage I've seen, it looks like a old computer game. It looks really not good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I thought you'd be into it.
No, I was a Tony Hawk guy. That's
Yeah.
it. I love that game, and yeah, I haven't played the new one yet, but
we
yeah.
just had Brandon Davis in here talking about
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse and
Oh, man.
moving and all that. Yeah, so
I love Brandon. Yeah, he's sick.
He's still working at that. See the video updates almost every single day. I'm working on like quarter pipes and shit like that.
yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
For like someone our age, and good in general, but like, there's not many people like in their like late 30s that are still like shredding in this area.
Late 30s.
Yeah.
That dude is over 40.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't
Is
give
he?
that.
I don't.
to him.
I thought he was
Oh
my age.
yeah, easily cracking 42.
Okay.
Easily.
It's even better.
What's wrong with
All right.
42?
Dude, he can
Ah!
barely. Yeah. Okay.
Look,
Same.
I'm
you know,
68. Relax.
We're on that page.
what I like to say, like late 20s to early to mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
So
Before 40.
yeah, before 40. Yeah, I got like 5 months from that. I'm so far away, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
I was actually gonna ask, like, with Anchors Up in mind, like, how did that come to be? Like, how did that start?
So Anchors Up started out as just an idea with me and Johnnie, actually. So we were going to do a coffee shop / venue.
Oh yeah.
And you came up with the name.
I was
actually.
gonna say that. I do remember
Coffee
the name.
yuppies
Yeah.
love.
I forgot the coffee
Yeah,
shop part of it
exactly.
because I was it was scary.
So there was a coffee shop in Montreal, like Club Lenko. Remember that? And they had the coffee shop in the front, venue in the back, little record shop
Yeah.
set up. It was so sick, and that was kind of like the vision we were thinking.
Yeah.
And so, Anchors Up is a Bruiser song, so we kind of took note from that. Just
Oi.
you came up with it. Oi.
I did come up with
Skinhead.
that.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was like,
but-
that was my whole thing with Anchors Up. Like, I
Yeah.
named that. Remember that,
You
Joe?
did,
Because I
you
do.
did.
Yeah.
I'll give credit where
Yeah.
credit's due.
That's all I did though.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
might- I helped-
my fault.
I helped with a couple shows. I did very poorly. I helped Josh out. I was like so bad at sound. I almost blew his like PA, whatever the hell the thing's called. Every time these bands would show up, and they'd like have like local kids, not that many kids. And I'd be like, all right, there's one microphone. They wanted like 5. I'm like, this is all you got. If you break
5.
this, you have no microphones for the rest of the night.
Oh, dude, Anchors Up was as DIY as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anchors Up started out as Welfare Records, 2007. So
It was like a physical store upstairs too, right?
physical
Yeah.
store. So it still was the duration of
Still
Anchors
is,
Up.
too.
But is it still is
Oh,
now?
it's still there?
Store, yeah.
There was
Really?
something right before.
It's
it,
actually
though,
bigger
wasn't
now.
there?
It's not just the room. It's
It
the whole
was
back.
right before
Yeah.
Welfare Records was a thing. There was something else records. I thought it got taken over. Am I wrong on my history here?
I don't remember that. I
You
feel
think
like
of X23? Is that what you're thinking of?
Maybe.
There's a venue called X23 that was kind of like the big hardcore venue early 2000s before Welfare Records kind of took over.
Separate spot.
Separate spot, yeah.
So,
Oh man.
Yeah,
well,
different spot.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
but like Mike Welfare, who owned that record shop, he had it for a year as a venue, and I did like the hardcore shows there. Pretty much like after a year, he called it. He was just like, "Dude, I can't control these people. Like, if you're not in it, you can't control it. Flat
Yeah.
out. Like people are gonna like rebel against it. And this problem's gonna happen. So pretty much a year in, he just tapped out. He was like, "Fuck this."
It's yours now.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, "If you want to do it, I'll rent it to you. My problem's gonna be yours."
Yeah.
And dude, Anchors Up had a wild run. So yeah, to go off your question, Anchors Up actually opened in 2008. So the first Anchors Up show was a fucking mess. It was an absolute mess. Yeah, I see you smirking right there.
I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I remember
I graduated high school that year.
Yellow Stitch's song "Wrong Place, Wrong Time" is about the first Anchors Up show. The grill flying off the roof, like just like this was the first. Like, okay, Josh has got the venue. Let's see what happens. We had our friend
Went swimmingly.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe it lasted past the first day. It was just like, which makes it cool. But like, like I said, Yellow Stitches wrote that whole song about all the antics that occurred on like the 4th floor or whatever. And then there was some more antics inside too that nobody really knows about, like when during Wordforword and our friend moshed for the first time.
Always goes well.
Yeah. It's like, you have hate mosh where like someone moshes and like they're beating everyone up but trying to do it with style. This guy like had no style. He just busted out the
Swagless behavior. Yeah.
busted out like the fight mosh. So
Oh,
he's
this is
just
coming to me now. Okay.
he's just-
I know exactly.
Yeah.
he's
Huge
just-
fan.
Yeah.
He's just teeing off. Wordforward plays
The
defense.
word for word is crazy.
So Wordforward is playing Defend Manchester, their last song, and my man's just feeling himself. He's like,
He's just in the moment.
he takes it upon himself to defend Manchester that night, like the entire city. So he goes and he tees off like the Tasmanian devil. Nobody's safe.
Definitely put
He
on for the
just
city.
One of those cartoon fights. Ping, pow, boom.
Yeah.
Just swirl, yeah.
So he beats the shit out of everyone in the room, and I remember I'll be like, I'm just gonna call this guy Arbuckle. I'm like, dude, you just trashed everyone in the room. I'm like, this dude's bleeding over here. He goes, let me apologize to him. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll apologize. Like you can apologize to him. You has a change of heart, Well, yeah, it didn't go well after that. I'll say, like, like that little internet voice, like at that moment you realized you fucked up.
Record scratch.
Yeah,
Me
dude.
again.
Probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
So,
That guy was, for sure.
So his delivery on the apology was not the way it should. He goes, "Hey, you got the guy fucked up. I'm fucking sorry." So of course the guy like turns into a turtle and puts his head in his shell, and before you know it, he pulls a knife, and me and Skull are getting him out, and fucking and it was pretty hard to come back from that. So
Hit me with a hint. I'll edit it. Arbuckle?
Arbuckle. We'll call him Arbuckle.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
We'll
later.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Arbuckle.
You might know this guy.
I'm sure I do fucking know him, but I can't figure it out.
We'll call him Fatty Arbuckle.
Fatty Arbuckle. Okay.
So-
All right.
So I remember I grabbed his arm. Skull has him from behind the back, and he's just waving a knife around, and we get him out, and Anchor's Up's full of children, so of course they're like, "What the fuck was that?" And we get him back to Manchester. Said you defended it that night, so I come in Anchor's Up, and I'm like, forget who's going on next, like the Carrier or the Bonus Army, and I'm just like, who's psyched for the Bonus Army? I'm trying to recover from what just happened.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
You will have fun still.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to like keep the vibe going. So yeah,
the next
I
event.
think Anchor's Up. It lasted till 2015. So in 2014,
It's been that long already.
yeah. So 2008 to 2014, I had it, and then Austin ran it from 2014 to 2015. So
Short run.
Was it
Yeah.
15 or was it 13, 14? I'm trying to think. 15?
no, it was
I thought he had it for like at least a
Because
year.
15 was the years of the first Wordforward reunion. So it was around that time frame?
yeah.
It was?
yeah.
Okay. It
Yeah.
tased me. I'm like, not smart, so.
So Rude Awakening was touring a lot in that period. So Austin came up for a show. I think he played in a band called Vice. He played bass in it.
Oh,
So-
Vice, Ohio, right?
Vice, Ohio, exactly, yeah. So he played a show, and that's how I met him. And then Rude Awakening went on tour, and then we played his house, actually, in Ohio. It was like this little shit town in Ohio. It looked like that movie Gummo.
Shout out
Just-
Barnesville.
Yeah, Barnesville, yeah, so exactly. So we played his basement, and it was cool. He had like a little local thing going. But when Anchors Up was kind of in transition, I was looking for someone to take it over because I just had it for a long time, and I was like, okay, I'm looking for that right person.
And nobody would.
So
Weird.
nobody really wanted to have like the headaches of all that, and just like we were doing 4 to 5 shows a week, so it was a lot to kind of keep up with. It's not paying your bills. You had to work a full-time
Right.
job on top of that. So Austin was the first person I talked to that was like, yeah, dude, I'll move across the country and I'll do it. I'll take this mother load on or whatever. And I remember at the time being like, yeah, dude, cool. Yeah, this dude's gonna like leave everything and fucking come up to Mass and take it over. So he hopped on a bus to Boston, and I picked him up with my wife, my now wife, and we go to eat. And I remember he was like, we actually talked about this recently, and he's like, dude, isn't this crazy? You like took a 17-year-old kid up here to take over your venue, and I go, you're 17? This whole time I thought he was like, 25 or whatever. So like that was still pretty cool that like some young kid was just gonna drop everything and,
Yeah.
to keep it going.
Yeah. Definitely. Because I
I-
remember like everyone was bummed. They was like, oh, it was kind of up in the air. It might go. But nobody wanted to like
Really take
come
the
in and like
reins.
do it.
No one
So
wanted
Austin
to be the
saved
guy
it.
the cops
It was
had to
a-
talk to when
It
something
was a
went
big
wrong.
deal that he came up and did it. So like, I have a lot of respect for that. And also, I had like my own little like arrest record store in the venue, and like I remember he came up here and I didn't know him at all. One of the first times talking to him, like, hey man, so I usually do this thing here. I know you don't know me, but I just like sell my distro or whatever. And he's like, that's totally cool, whatever. So like we got the bat, we're like good friends, like it was really cool and like let me do my thing still. I totally respected him taking over. I was gonna just be like, I'm here,
Yeah.
So.
But it was a cool move because even after Anchors Up, he still continued it, still worked other venues and whatnot. So Anchors Up was like pivotal in Massachusetts hardcore because at that time there
New
wasn't
England.
New
Wasn't just
England
Mass.
hardcore, yeah.
Yeah.
So like at that time, like all the bands from around the world were like Boston hardcore. Well, at that time, like there wasn't really much Boston hardcore. Like Middle East wasn't doing shows, Cambridge Elks Lodge wasn't doing shows, so
The Valley was Boston to everybody else.
Yeah.
yeah,
know.
so like a lot of people from outside of Mass don't realize that like, Boston hardcore is made up of like, the Brockton, Merrimack Valley, Western Mass, you know, everyone pretty much collectively says fuck Worcester, but like, you know, at least the Palladium, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I have love for Central Mass kids for sure.
Yeah, whatever. Now.
No, I do. We're in Central Mass right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're here.
Yep.
It's not where you're from. It's where you're at.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
I like thinking back at it. I'm like, I have no concept of time. Did you say 2015 it closed down?
That was when
I
he
believe.
left.
Oh, it was when you left. Okay, it was still open for a few years after.
I believe 2015 was when
Oh.
Anchors Up was all done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 2014 was when it transitioned to Austin.
Okay.
But yeah, 2015, I think. So yeah, it's been 10 years. And it's still cool because it still holds weight. Like, I still see people that still bring up those stories and those times. And, you know, even at the skate park, people were saying, like, you know, those times changed my life and my course and everything. So it's humbling, you know?
Yeah, there's not really anything like that now that I can think of.
Not like
A
There's
full
like
DIY
random
space
venues.
around here.
Like
consistent
random
venue.
venues here and there, but nothing like consistent.
Yeah. I mean, the bigger venues, like, they have, like, the landmark tours and stuff, but, you know, nothing really. I mean, even in the South Shore, there's nothing like Romans or Tiger's Den that doing consistent shows, and that's how you build the scene, is getting, like, the young bands in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I play a show to, like, all old heads, I'm like, oh, this is going to probably suck. Everyone's going to be out of gas, you know, there's going to be no, like, moshers here.
They just got off
Shake
work.
their hand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're not getting into it. So, like,
I used to mosh guys.
100%. Yeah.
I feel that.
But, like, also, like, those consistent venues are what, like, you know, there's been so many bands that came out that would never have come out if they didn't have just a local place, something to do.
Well, you just mentioned the Carrier and the Bonus Army, and they were fucking thick as thieves for a decade, you know? So,
Without a doubt.
Great bands.
yeah,
The Bonus Army, Rush
I miss
Records.
them both, truly.
But, like, in New Hampshire, we don't have a lot of venues, so it's like there is opportunity there. If there was a local venue that, like, did consistent stuff, I do feel like there would be more of a presence.
I mean, I feel like the only thing that's like just a town in general, like Cambridge, just has like kind of consistent stuff here and there, but
Well,
not like a specific spot. Yeah, that's just not like specific spot.
Sometimes.
Did you have like contemporaries at the time that you were kind of mirroring what you were doing with Anchors Up with, or was it kind of like just
Like-
go into it and figure it out?
Like, essentially, like, counterparts and stuff that I was like,
Like while you were on the road, did you see any other places where you were like, I kind of want to do something like that?
there was definitely cool DIY spots, like,
Or you mentioned the place in Montreal.
yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't really consider that spot a DIY spot. It was like, there was definitely like a little bit more money behind that, but yeah, I mean, Anchors Up, like, had shitty sound, you know, I just had a shitty PA, it was just 4 walls and a stage and a mic, so I definitely played DIY venues in random spots around the country, but there was nothing quite like Anchors Up, you know? Anchors Up was definitely its own animal for sure.
It's kind of like in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. When they go to the Foot Clan place, there's like kids smoking and skateboarding, arcade games.
Yeah.
It was like a
It kind of
for the
fucking
kids-
was like that.
for the kids, by the kids.
Yeah.
It was like a safe place. Everyone's like, yo, where everyone's cool here. It's like run by, you know, other kids and shit.
Friendly faces.
Yeah, friendly faces, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone knew each other, and
Big Adam at the door looking so happy, so
Yeah.
inviting.
Big Mike, Big Adam. I mean, there was a lot of people that made that place work. You know, I couldn't have done it alone. I mean, there was plenty of shows that I couldn't even go to, and people had keys just to set up shop and do their thing, and just all you had to do was have someone taking cash and someone to press power and turn up a knob a little bit. And,
Yeah.
you know, when there was people that wanted the extras, we're like, sorry, you know,
Yeah.
we're not real
It's
sound
not as
guys
easy
here.
as it sounds. You know?
Yeah.
I still had a hard
Can
time
we get
with
some
just
monitors?
turning it on.
We literally don't have those.
Yeah,
We have a
exactly.
PA and one of them's broken. So
This is what
Not
you're
to
looking at
mention
for
the
sure.
sweatiest place on earth.
yeah, it got bad.
Oh, 100%. And to be honest, at the time, I was like, everyone's being a baby, you know? And now looking back on it, I was like, I would never go in a fucking place that hot.
No.
Like, I was like, Killing Time played, and one of the guys, like, passed out. Like, literally passed out and fainted.
It was.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
hot.
It was remarkably hot in that room.
It was
And-
hell.
And no one in hardcore, especially back then, no one in hardcore was hydrated. Okay, this whole drinking water being healthy,
Mountain
Dew.
that's fucking new.
I don't know how I did not faint. Yeah, I was
The
always
entire
like,
venue ran off of Mountain Dew, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, so, like, every night after, like, a packed Anchors Up
Oh,
show,
booze.
I remember just, like, cramping up with, like, severe migraine. Like, just
You felt like a prune.
yeah,
Yeah.
you like punch my thigh to
The
like get
walls
my
were
Charlie
sweating.
horse
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it was like liquid coming out of the wall somehow. It was,
You
it was
go in with a
crazy.
white shirt, you
Haunted
leave
season.
with a fucking gray, dirty shirt.
Yeah.
And it was just
Well, you know what though? It wasn't the worst venue I've ever been to like for that kind of thing. Because I've been to like, there was like the bomb shelter back in the day in Manchester, and there was also what's the place in Roxbury, Mass, where you go to venues and you have like fucking black soot in your nose the next day. Like I'm like I don't know what just happened. But I feel like I have
Yeah.
cancer now.
So I know what you're talking about, the place in Roxbury, but the bomb shelter, yeah, you'd be coughing up shit the whole time. Like
And the next day, you had black shit out of your nose. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
Did you ever
Little
want to
hot.
like do another venue after that, or you're just kind of like that's the section of my life that's over?
At first, I did. At first, I was like, that would be cool, but I don't know. Enough time went on that I was like, there's so much just liability on it. I'd rather like if I did a show, I'd rather like book it at a place. You know, like after Anchor's Up. I don't know if you remember that place, Oasis.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I booked a few shows there, like a Bane Reach the Sky show. There were some cool shows there. So I like.
Oasis was the spot you had to like. It was kind of like the parking lot across the street, and you walk through like a big bar.
That's the
Was
one in
that?
Worcester?
Yeah, with the Billy.
Yeah.
Billy
Okay.
Rubens-
Did you
Okay,
do the
yeah.
Zabalba show there?
I feel like I did. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I feel like I booked that.
I think the last time I was there was a Revenge show.
So I'm sure I probably did it. But Bane Reach the Sky played. Rude Awakening's record release was there. That was with like Backtrack and a bunch of
Yep.
bands.
Okay. Yep.
Harm's Way maybe.
I remember that little time, the Backtrack, Naysayer, Fire and Ice era.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
100%. Yeah, I mean Rude Awakening was all intertwined with all that. Like,
That was a different level, though. You know what I mean? That was a different, like, that was, the Rude Awakening would, in my opinion, would show up to the shows as the draw, and then the touring headline would be the three bands, like that I just mentioned. And I love Fire and Ice, too, but
Yeah.
when Rude Awakening got thrown onto the shows at that time, it was a different vibe. This is Hardcore set is a proof of that.
I would say locally, definitely like Rude Awakening. A lot of people had love for. We did a whole tour with Fire and Ice, like East Coast, and that was sick.
Yeah.
When they did that record, Not of This World.
Underrated band, I think. I think they were the best of the three, in my opinion.
Underrated band. They were sick to tour with, and they blew it up like all over the East Coast, for sure. So like, I just feel like they probably didn't get enough exposure up here. They probably only played like a couple times.
Maybe a little before their time, too. They were a little different sounding, you know?
They were, yeah.
Still in the same realm, but it...
Still bouncy New York hardcore influence, but like, yeah, they had some experimental parts, which was cool.
I really like the bouncy stuff. I know a lot of like people like didn't, but
Well, you mentioned Austin being in Vice, Ohio, and I remember people calling them Trapped Under Vice to differentiate them from the New York Vice.
Yeah, it's funny because like I feel like in 2025, not many people even know of Ohio Vice, so it's funny that you.
Didn't we play with
yeah.
them, or did we play with the other?
We
Vice?
played with
the
the New
other
York
Oh, we
Vice.
played with the other.
Yeah,
Vice.
yeah.
Oh, the worst Vice.
So there was like, there was a beef between the two.
Which Vice was on FDR Records from like Western Mass? Is that
The New York
Vice?
one.
The New York Vice.
So,
I
like,
know,
uh,
I knew about the
They're
Austin
the
Vice.
Kids in Combust
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's those dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, Combust is pretty good.
Yeah, they're cool.
Vice, Ohio.
It's funny because I feel like a lot of shows with like big headlining bands usually have the second headliner like the local big bands, and that kind of saves the show for the promoter. Because that's what brings the kids, and like maybe they'll stay for the other big band.
Sometimes you got to put the headliner before the local killer, and that, with Rude Awakening, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at certain shows,
I've seen that happen with bands, like an older band play and then a newer big band,
Yeah.
and then there's like they didn't rearrange like you just said, and then it's like mass exodus. Like
It's
Everybody
also-
leaves
70% of
after the
show leave,
local.
and it's like, oh, that's kind of a bummer.
In a way, it's kind of cool for the older band to be like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
y'all doing it right now. Let's play before you, so we can have
Oh,
a fan base, you know."
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
Because the ego's not there. It's like they have their pulse on the scene too. They can like understand, which is I think that's what separates this culture from a lot of others. You know, like Metallica probably wouldn't open for nobody. You know,
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's safe to say.
not that they're on the same.
They're
thing,
doing
but I'm just
okay,
saying,
yeah.
They're making it. They're all right.
Yeah.
They're doing all right.
Despite Foxborough, you know, they do a couple shows.
Yeah. What was
I don't even know.
Okay, fine. Hatebreed.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I know what you're saying.
Hatebreed.
Yeah.
What was towards the end of Rude Awakening? Like how'd that like you guys just wanted to like call it quits on that one, or
Yeah, I mean,
it was kind of because I
we
know
never-
a multitude of things like there's too many other bands with the members doing.
I wouldn't say that was the issue, to be honest. We never broke up, quote unquote, and like I kind of like.
That's the key.
I like that idea because what we were talking about earlier with that big last show, then you just
Last show.
you know, it all goes to
Big reunion.
Bing bang pow.
yeah. It doesn't hold any weight when like
Bane's last show.
a year later you're playing out, you know. I mean, Rude Awakening, I feel like ran its course. Like we, as a hardcore band, like you're like, okay, I want to like put my record out on like such label. Like I'm like, okay, we did, you know, our friends label first, Arrest Records, then Triple B, and then Bridge 9, and I'm like, okay, like we did the thing. We played the fests. We did Europe, Japan, toured the country. So it was like kind of what Johnnie said about Word for Word. It was like we were just kind of doing the same thing over, like after we checked all those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And Collateral Damage, I wish we played out longer on that record and got to push it because I think that was a great record to like go out on, like a last record. So I'm still really proud of that record. But also like that record was like, okay, I wrote all the guitar for Rude Awakening, recorded everything, the bass and everything. So it was like that was like okay, I did it, you know, I'm happy, I feel accomplished, you know. I can move on. So essentially at that period of my life, I started doing businesses and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like, you know, anything I do in life, I go all in. So I was like, okay, like let's redirect my focus towards businesses and whatnot, you know, like
the arcade.
Like pushing that, like barbershops, arcade. But I mean, Rude Awakening was a blast. I mean, it's like I have great memories of that band. I'm still tight with everyone, you know, and Rude Awakening had like probably 10 members in total.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just funny, like, when you get older in life and you, like, rehash some of these stories and stuff, you're like, wow, that was fucking hilarious, or that was crazy, you know? It was like, I remember there was, like, one Rude Awakening tour where there was some antics one night, and then we're in the van driving, and one of our members was like, man, my face hurts. And I was like, I don't know, your face looks fine, dude. there's no bruising, whatever. He was like, I don't know, I think I caught one last night. I'm like, you're good. And then all of a sudden I look, he sneezes, and he like looks all weird, and like he shakes his head, and he looks back at me. He goes, "Do I look weird?" And what do you do when you want to
Like
make? What do you want to do when you want to make someone like?
Not that you mention it.
Not panic. You scream. You go ah! And I look, and my dude's eyeball popped out of his head.
Oh.
And like he all of a sudden he looks like a pug. So, and I was like, oh shit, dude, your eyeball is dislodged. And his eyeball is at the front of his face. And
That's awful.
I was like, that's
Oh my
not
God.
good.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
Not good.
Typically,
And,
I like my eyeballs inside my head.
so he like, you know,
Dr. Josh.
hits the rearview mirror. He's like, oh shit.
You
And,
driving?
No.
Oh.
He's sitting
That would be impressive.
He's sitting passenger, but this is a funny story. So he's sitting passenger, and he looks like, you know, Igor or like a pug, and
Pigor.
and so he starts getting all like starts wiling out. Obviously, he's like, this isn't good, and he starts getting like a little emotional, but he's like more emotional not about the pain or his eyeball. He's like, no girl's ever gonna get with me because I look like this, and I'm like, we're on tour with Death Threat at this point. We just put out that Death Threat split, and I'm like, by all means, in nature, I'm a problem solver, and Rude Awakening had a lot of problems.
You just smack his eyeball back in his head.
Dude, so that's where my brain went. I was like, how am I going to get his eyeball back in? I'm
You
like,
got to get it back in there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It can't
do I
be
get, like-
outside.
I'm like, do I get like a wet cloth and like, or give him the old like
Yeah,
three,
real-
Three Stooges?
Abrasive washcloth will
No
do
glue
good.
back
Yeah.
there. You gotta like
Yeah, it'll be fine.
think on the fly.
Captain
So-
Insano shows no mercy and
Oh
just
my
poke that
God.
bitch back in.
Yeah, but that's where my brain went. I was like, how do we get his eyeball back in his head? Needless to say, I was like, he just went to the hospital and
Thank
they
God.
gave him some muscle relaxers. This eyeball actually went back in his head.
Nice.
So you take
So
a
was
pill
it
and
shattered or was it?
So yeah, so what really happened was his orbital shattered, and then when he sneezed, he like tried to like brace the sneeze and just popped his eyeball out. And
fuck.
I've never seen that happen. Have you?
In real fucking life? No.
No.
I didn't know it could.
No, so they say with fighting, like if you get your nose broken or you get your orbital smashed,
Don't blow your
blow your
nose.
nose because it's gonna blow out the bruising
Yeah.
and swelling.
So I can confirm that can actual happen. You can blow your eyeball out.
All right, let's run the gauntlet here. Let's see who it was.
I'm
It's got to
good.
be Skull.
wasn't Skull.
Oh, fuck.
It wasn't Skull. So process for elimination.
That would have been a
you can-
great backstory, and
You
like
can
that's how he
figure out-
got
Is
his
it the
name.
other person I'm thinking it was?
100%.
Yeah, all right.
So
That makes sense. Yeah, I think I know what it is.
So me being a problem
Unit
solver,
232.
we put him in the hospital. He gets the muscle relaxers back, and they're like, dude, you can't like exert yourself, or your eyeball will pop out of your head. So he just takes a bus back to Mass, and we played as a 4-piece in like Virginia or something. But that was a typical that was Rude Awakening. That
that's-
story was Rude Awakening. Like that was like Rude Awakening was not like a normal band. Like
Yeah, your eyeballs are popping out.
like you referenced us like a lot of people loved us, a lot of people fucking hated us.
No,
too.
but that's
Yeah.
important. That's fucking really important. Haywire right now is a perfect example of that.
Dude, 100%. So,
So-
like, at one point, we were supposed to play the Acacia Strains record release, and we didn't know those dudes at all, and they hit us up. They liked Rude Awakening. They're like, oh, we want you on a record release. So I was like, sick. It was at the Palladium. And you probably know the story. So, like, our bass player shows up, and he's just idling in the parking lot. And I remember the parking lot attendant at the Palladium was
Love
like...
a parking lot.
So we got, for a parking lot attendant, we got, like, an elder juggalo. Like, this is, like, the Grand Master
Worcester's
juggalo.
fine.
I was walking up when
Yeah.
this happened.
Yeah, I know exactly where this is going.
So you know this story.
I was just
So yeah.
can't wait to go.
So our one dude's like idling in the parking lot, gonna like unload, and then starts getting screamed at by this juggalo. And luckily there was a good Samaritan there that handled the issue. So yeah, a good Samaritan. So
Upstanding civilian.
upstanding civilian. So but when that happened, obviously the dude went back, called the cops, and all this shit. So we
As juggalos do.
As juggalos do, 100%. So the funny thing about this story is like there was a huge Rude Awakening juggalo beef because of this, which
I couldn't understand you on a more spiritual level. I
yeah.
really couldn't.
So this kick-started like a Rude Awakening juggalo beef. So we got kicked off that show. Bummer, I would have wanted to play it. So there was like a
That was one of those mass exodus movements when people heard you guys weren't playing. The fucking.
so there was a big sign on the Palladium that said Rude Awakening. Someone took a picture of it. It said Rude Awakening can't play due to unforeseen circumstances, which wasn't entirely a lie.
No.
Nobody could foresee like the Grandmaster Juggalo beef.
Nowhere.
So someone sent us a link to like a message board, and it was funny because I forget this dude has some alias like Uncle, like Rude Awakening took down Uncle. So calling all juggalos to smash,
They called upon the gathering.
smash on site Rude Awakening. So it was it was funny, but
Was
like
a hit piece?
but this hit piece. So online there was like this crazy. Someone linked us to the Juggalo board.
What was the price on your head? Like a pound of Fago?
Oh, dude, 100%. But like, but we're in Juggalo territory now. Worcester is like,
Oh, dear.
that's like the capital of Juggalo. Like,
Oh, you haven't been to Fitchburg recently.
yeah. So, like, so like you've probably seen those Return to the Pit pictures of like 2,000 Juggalos, you know. So it was just we had some laughs about it. So I'm like, there's like a 99% chance that like nothing's gonna happen. But just imagine like a
Hatchet wielding clowns.
1,000 hatchet people like showing up to the next Rude Awakening show. in
Imagine
Worcester.
if they were actually that hard though. Like they beef with people and then
It'd be-
cut off their arms. Like,
I mean-
they'd get a lot more respect.
I'm sure if
That'd
there's
be
some
pretty
of them.
sick.
I'm sure
Yeah,
there's some
where,
of them out there going
fucking
crazy.
Columbia.
Maybe.
Last one has a gang, right?
There's got
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's a few of them out there that have gone a little crazy with hatchets and taking it too serious.
Is Wordforword recording or what's the deal? With juggalos or without juggalos?
We're not recording with juggalos.
Damn.
Oh damn.
Next time.
But we do have something in the works. This will be exclusive, I guess, to this podcast. I didn't really put it out there. I feel some people, here and there. But I got let the cat out of the bag here.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we
Yeah.
can totally
Exclusive.
just edit
Yeah.
this part out if you want. I don't care.
We are re-releasing Manchester Forever on 12-inch vinyl on
Dang.
Lionheart Records.
Sick.
So that's pretty exciting. When you cover artwork,
Lionheart Records, who's that?
they're like the Euro hardcore label. They do like
Oh, it's with the
TMI.
Euro-
I think
okay,
they did like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Haywire release. So
Yeah.
they actually did the Courage of Fear 7-inch.
No, I knew the record. I
15
just
years
didn't know
ago.
if we knew the dude and shit. I didn't know they were a Euro thing. I wasn't
Oh, yeah.
spacing out.
You
So-
don't want to press your own vinyls?
At this point, I could, but I don't want to do it right now.
You don't have your check
The label's on the back.
link anymore?
Yeah, it's on the back burner. Like the label is like a passion project. Like I put like a lot of mind to it. It's like a fun thing to do, and I liked it because I could like be really creative with it.
You
Like, a couple
released
of bands.
something fairly recently, like a one-off, right? Like a couple years ago?
It was the
Of something?
Skinhead tape was the last one we
Yes.
did.
Yep, that was
yeah,
it.
and then we
Yeah.
did like the few more recent. Yellow Stitches releases. We repressed Good Times, Violent Crimes. Did like the Sick Minds 7-inch. But yeah, so it's basically that like CD we were talking about earlier with all like the mixed stuff. Like it was funny because like 15 years ago when it came out in 2010, it was put on a CD because it was all mostly vinyl only releases, like a random 7-inch or like the Carjo of Fear 7-inch or unreleased songs. So the 12-inch that we're putting out now is because that stuff's all long gone. And Christian actually hit me up to do it, and he wants to do that. And we did like a live set at Wordforword Records that got pressed as an 8-track. I don't know if you guys remember that. Josh might remember it. And so we had like 50 of them, and I made CDs to go with them because nobody has a fucking 8-track. I didn't even have one. I don't even know if there's actually music, but the 8-track had like a flyer from the show that it was recorded at. It was like, I think maybe Risk. I don't really remember. But it has like a black flag cover. It's kind of sick. So the new record's going to have the Manchester Forever LP on one side and then like a live record on the B side.
So it's basically like the pain machines of Wordforward. Like the collection of,
And new cover art. That's the important thing too, because like, I don't know, the other one's kind of dated. Everyone always like...
Yeah.
Gives me a hard time about my Dickie shorts because they're kind of long. That was the style in 2010.
The jorts is crazy.
Yeah. Everyone sees that photo and they go, "Yo, your fucking shorts." I'm like, this is hard, dude.
Dude, I still rock long Dickies.
The jorts are back.
Dude.
They're back now?
They're back.
So now they're back in style.
Yeah.
But
they're cut a little higher nowadays, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, what's happened...
What's up?
When's this supposed to come out?
It was supposed to be before the show, so it's not happening. I guess apparently record plants closed in the summer. I just found out.
What?
So hopefully by the end of the year, the
Too
fall
hot,
or
maybe?
winter.
Maybe.
I think it's a Euro thing, just like vacation.
Wax melts.
Yeah, wax melts. But
Wax does melt.
I mean, when it gets 80 degrees out there, they shut down the country, so...
yeah, I got a album cover. I'll show it to you. So I don't know if you want to like ping that in the podcast.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
that'd be cool.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
A little new concept. I'm really psyched out of my mind about. I can't.
Did you want to do any like bands in the interim while Wordforward wasn't doing anything? Like, or did you try?
I did try like a rebound band right after because I was kind of bummed that it was like a lot of younger kids. It was called Freedom 35 and it was like horrible. At this point, I was already like, when did Wordforward break up? It was 2013, so it was like late 20s. And the band was like not good, and which is fine. But I was like too old to like be in a band that sounded like all over the place and like not fun and bad. It just stressed me out. So I was backed out of it.
Mm.
So I feel like if I did a band again, it would have to be with like the right players. It'd have to be like on the same level as before or better. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to backtrack, especially like I'm not like 20 years old. You know, I'm like 39. So
When you like burn through bands.
yeah,
just
I want it
because-
to be fun, but it has to be like good. Or what's the point of even doing it? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
so I don't know. It would have to line up correctly. I've had people ask me about it. If I'm like pretty busy in general, I work a lot. I'm just trying to stay focused on that. So
Yeah.
But Wordforward was really important in like the whole New Hampshire scene, like not just as a band, but like it was essentially like a tool that we all utilized that like all Wordforward's friends sang on. So like it was like how I kind of like discovered singing, Skull, Brandon. So like I would give Wordforward the credit for like Rude Awakening, Yellow Stitches, and Skinhead, because like all three of those vocalists, obviously myself included, have sang on like numerous Wordforward songs, and like that Crucified cover, the Iron Cross one, it's like a mishmash of like all our friends, and that was, you know, me and Skull we've been in like 6 bands together, so like we did some stuff with like Drug Test and Hammer Bros, but like we really got to like take our time with Wordforward and like push our vocals, you know, and see what we could deliver, you know. So Skull's part on that that Crucified song, that was a pretty funny story. You elaborate on that one with because I know it was recorded with someone else first.
yeah.
And then he found out that all the friends were singing on it, and he like kicked the dude off after it was recorded.
It was recorded. Yeah, it was. Frankie had recorded the part he sings, and then he wanted to be able on it. So he's like, "I'm gonna do that." I'm like, "Yeah, man, do whatever you want." So he's kind of like took over the soundboard and did it. I think.
But it made it cool. It was just like a friend song.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, how many of there was us? Like 6 of us on that song.
Me, you, Brandon, Alex, Captain, let's go. Yeah, like 6.
Yeah. So it was cool. Like
All-star lineup.
Yeah, it was fun.
But like Brandon, I mean, he like that was the first time he belted out like his like guttural, like raspy vocals like from Yellow Stitches. And like a Wordforward song, Defend Manchester, he started singing kind of clean. Mm-hmm. So I remember talking to him recently, and he's like, "Dude, I didn't even know I could belt that out until that Crucified song." So
Just something about that song that pushed everybody.
yeah, it just kind of like that part felt like he couldn't sing it clean. So he was like, "Oh, let me like dirty it up a little bit," and then all of a sudden,
Found his
Yellow
voice.
Stitches did it. Yeah.
Found his voice through a cover.
Exactly. And like, you know, finding your voice is like, I'm sure you guys have done a million bands, and like your early stages, it's like, you know, a pretty rough process. And then you'd get it dialed in, but
I was stuck with 3 syllables.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
and just as like a vocalist, like you never should like, you know, stop progressing. You should just keep on pushing yourself outside your comfort zone.
I was talking about how bands these days, like even the younger kids specifically, doesn't sound like high school bands.
Oh, they're
like,
too fucking
anymore.
good, dude.
They're like
It's not
too
fair.
good now, and I feel like that has to do with like the accessibility to like just being able to scavenge the internet and like not how to write, but like
It's
so
easier
much
to
more
record
out there.
now,
It's
too.
easier to record and like kind of fine tune things.
Remember cell phone recordings?
Yeah, so you nailed it with the recording. Like you can go to any town. You know, you can do a good recording in this room right here. And like that was never the case. Like, you know, back in our day, like in our first bands, like, you had to drive at least 3 hours to do a good recording.
4-track.
Yeah.
Bunch of dudes in a shower stall doing gang vocals.
You know?
The first Abomination demo was literally recorded in someone's shower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it sounds like it.
Tons of demos. Yeah.
And
But,
like the talent level too. Like it's just like miles ahead of anything that I was used to, at least for me personally.
yeah, I mean, I think that like goes pretty deep with like YouTube and stuff like that. You know, you just
TikTok and Instagram, the exposure. We talked about it with Brandon, like with skateboarding.
Yeah,
Same
dude,
thing with
it's
guitar.
insane.
Tabs are almost a thing of the past now when you can just watch the dude play it.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is. And a lot of dudes do hardcore covers of bigger bands at least, you know. So
oh, absolutely.
it's way easier now. And
Sky's the limit with learning.
I never
Yeah.
thought I was a good vocalist. I kind of just like did it and just kind of like yelled and like.
feel that.
And then people were like really smart with it, and they'd like do one line or like and skip words, go back and do it. I was just like just fucking belt it out. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, all right, and then I don't know. It's just kind of what came out, you know.
Belt out whatever is natural.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the
Especially
way to
like
do it.
hardcore, yeah. So I don't,
Yeah,
for
you
me,
can't. It's got a flow, but you can't
Yeah.
play with it too much. It can't be too either overproduced or too like. I know you can't do this live, bro. You know, like
Exactly.
like
Recorded one syllable at a time?
yeah, like it, and that's fine for some heavier genres and some other bands that are gonna have maybe backing tracks or like whatever, or just maybe other members also singing. But if you're just in like a beat for beat 4x4 hardcore band, and you're doing these crazy vocals that I know you can't do live. It's like it takes away from everything everybody else in the band is doing.
It's like
in
a
my
bunch of
opinion.
layering and
It's
stuff
not like
too.
it's
to-
raw, right? It's not. There's such a thing as overproduced. Like I'll use Hard Cash as an example. I think our demo is too polished. You know what I mean? So it kind of pulls from it.
Yeah.
And if
Oh,
the
yeah.
vocals are that on anything, for me it personally kills it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll reference what you just said. Like that band, Think I Care. Like I love Think I Care, and like anybody that knows Think I Care, like that last record they did with Bridge 9, they overproduced the vocals, and it doesn't sound like the same band. It's cool, but it doesn't sound like raw vocals, like throaty vocals, like the way what you would think of Think I Care sounding. You know?
Yeah, it's not like
definitely
a
different.
stadium band. It's not
Yeah.
like mainstream on the radio, so it should sound a little gritty.
Yeah.
Like it should be, and that's what people expect.
But when you get put on a bigger label, maybe you get a bigger budget or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but you feel you needed. I wouldn't understand that. If what got you to the show is what got you there, just keep doing that. You want to expand as a band and grow. I know that, but like, hardcore is not about being polished. I don't think. You know, you want to be good in time for the most part. You know, but you don't. It can't be cookie cutter. It can't. That was everybody's big problem with programmed drums for a while. It's because you could just fucking tell. Now it's a lot fucking harder because the programming's a lot better and they dub it over with live drums anyway. But back in the day,
Studios even have drum sets anymore?
yeah, you know, or it's
Like-
all electronic kits and shit. So some of the purity has been lost. But with vocals, if you're doing too much, if you have too many fucking layers, or if you have way too much fucking gain, I've suffered from that myself. Like, it just pulls from it. I think, you
It's
know.
not going to translate for sure.
No, it makes kids not. It's if you're saying something personal or down to earth, it doesn't sound as authentic if you sound like you played it through a MacBook. Does that make sense? That's kind of a way to say
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't.
If the recording sounds too good, you're just kind of like
It kind of
Like-
pulls from the.
personality.
If you can tell,
emotion.
like, they couldn't do that in one breath, and it's all of a sudden, like,
Yeah.
again, it's like, you can tell it's, like, choppy. If it sounds choppy, it, like, fucks it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every now and then, like you got to chop shit up
Yeah.
for sure, but for timing. But like, if it's too overproduced or whatever, it takes away from the emotion of the track. Even if you're not singing about anything emotional, it just like pulls the energy, I think.
You were talking with word for word, like, because you just kind of like belted it out and you just like sent it.
Yeah. I'll just
Did you like
yeah.
when you were recording? Did you kind of like I'm just gonna do it in one take?
Yeah,
Or,
I wrote
like-
songs sometimes at recording, like finished songs.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like there was like the split 7-inch was like a live
I did that
recording,
too with the
like
first
a band
band.
playing, and just like, and then mostly it was like instruments recorded, and then you just usually one take. You can kind of tell, I think, too, and then like I think on the second record the vocals do change a little bit. It's a little more punchier, more like. I think maybe it's crazy. It like sounds more kind of like a little more Earth Christy, more integrity. It's a little more yelling, kind of like
Maybe just more confidence. in
yeah,
your
Yeah.
or like more kind of like punchy too.
You had more time
Yeah.
to fine tune or like
I
experiment.
think so.
I
Word
have
for
to
word-
chop it up when I
Yeah.
sing. I've seen you do it where you just flow the whole thing, and I just get out of gas. Like,
Yeah.
too
Oh, I
fast.
chop up too, but it's like within reason, you know. If it's like if I gotta chop it up every other word, I'm just gonna change the lyric because it's obviously not working, right? You know what I mean?
It's forced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the first band you sang in?
No, I've sang for like a bunch of bands. I sang for a band called The Limit. That's when I was like a 15-year-old straight edge youth band. That's like when I met Josh, like 24 years ago.
Will those recordings ever see the light of day?
They actually, we have some of them up there. If you go
Really?
on arrestrecords.bandcamp, there's like 3 of the best recorded songs on there.
Oh, nice.
Is there any of the Limit videos on YouTube?
No, but I have a VHS tape. If you
Yeah.
want to
Hell yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, okay.
Is it with your 8 tracks?
No, I actually seen the videotapes. I got a headband, I got a Red Sox jacket. I think that's where it all started.
There it is. The
Yeah.
baseball conversation comes back.
Yeah, man. But I wish there's more photos back then. That's cool.
Yeah,
It's kind
Polaroids
of
maybe.
cool that isn't though. Like I'm seeing a lot of old, like you see pictures from old venues or old like hardcore, like the Floor Punch video or picture with the dude with the hammer or the tire iron.
Yeah.
It's not really as cool nowadays to see something like that on video. As sick as it would be to see
Yeah.
someone get fucking, whatever. The lore is kind of lost, right?
Yeah.
You know.
It's like archaeology.
Yeah. Dude.
It has an element of mystery. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
what's
Like
going
nothing
on?
at any Anchors Up or fucking Rocco's. Y'all want to talk about it? Nothing at any venues where things have just like gotten a little squirrely. It's not videotaped. It's not on TikTok. Some dude
Yeah.
isn't Snapchatting in the front, which fucking I hate so fucking
Yeah.
much.
That being said, yeah, those eras didn't have camera phones and stuff, so those were special eras where now it probably would wind up online, you know?
Yeah, fucking tell me about it.
Exactly this guy, yeah. Yeah.
But
People
it
getting
just
trashed,
preaching to
and
the
videotape
choir here.
everywhere.
it just
Yeah.
it just takes away from it. I think. I mean, we had camera phones. I wasn't like an Anchors Up fucking person that lived there or anything, but I went enough, and there were camera phones back then and shit. You know, it just wasn't. You didn't put that shit on an Instagram story right away. You didn't have.
That was for you.
Was
Yeah.
there cameras phone there? Or was it just like pictures? I don't really.
I don't think there was video.
I think
In
pictures
2012, 13, 14,
Was there?
2010,
Yeah.
15, we definitely had
2015,
past
15,
envies.
16.
NV2 and past, for sure.
Well, because the iPhones were
So
already
iPhones
coming
were already out.
out.
So you weren't uploading videos to any websites because it just didn't make any fucking sense.
But you can
So-
have
Yeah.
your personal stuff.
Yeah,
I,
somebody.
I
Yeah.
actually know
The
the
apps weren't
timeline.
there, yeah.
The skate park show that we played,
Yep.
that's when Instagram was released, like around that time frame. Because I remember
we
talking.
have the video of the fight.
We have that video. We have that video, and around that time,
That was
2012,
Nashville
2011.
2012.
Yeah, Nashville at 2012 was when Instagram was like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know why my fucking
People
cousin
were more
brain
on
just
Twitter
like
about that,
done it.
though, just like live
But like
tweeting.
before that time frame, when you took videos and stuff, it was either like on like a main website like Blogspot or something. But then other than that, like those
A
pictures
real
were like for
camera,
you.
too.
They're like just for you.
Do you remember back in the day on message boards, you wanted to post a flyer, you had to go to Photo Bucket?
Yeah.
And you had to like
yeah.
know HTML, whatever the fuck it is, code. Like
Yeah.
I used to know how to get like click and paste the thing
MySpace.
to post a flyer. Now you just fucking upload that shit from your phone.
MySpace
Yep.
Tom
Here's the
had us
flyer.
all computer geniuses
Yeah.
for like 3 or 4
were
years,
so much
and we
smarter.
lost it.
Yeah, it's all gone now. I have no idea.
I had to have someone else do that for me because
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know this HTML
I did it.
code.
I did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I was in the
Timeline of
zone.
computer literacy just kind of goes up and then down.
Smash down. Yeah, smartphone, dumb people.
Yeah. It's like
Early
you see
2000s were wild.
videos of like even concerts, but within that video you can see 30,000 other videos being recorded at the same time.
That annoys me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes away from it.
Yeah.
People want memories and they want to take pictures, and I get all that. But like, if you're just sitting there on your phone the whole show, or you're taking multiple pictures the whole time, or if you're one of those fucking losers who's like Snapchatting or Instagram, like
The whole
in the pit
concert.
or on the edge of the pit, you should be assaulted wicked bad on your nice little video. But it takes. You're not enjoying the shit. Get off your fucking phone.
Yeah.
Everybody's on their phone sometimes, but like the majority of the show, you should be off your fucking phone.
Yeah.
You know.
Living in the moment.
Yeah.
Take the pic.
Catch a little intro. You know what I mean? If
Go
you're not,
enjoy the
and
night.
then put the shit away.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
That's also probably adds to how cool Anchor's Up in that time frame too, being kind of like the last venue of that era without so much of people just being on their phones all the time because people were just living in the moment.
So when you said like real cameras, that's what I remember about Anchors Up. Like someone would have like a
Camcorder.
Digital.
camcorder.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of that, and it, like you referenced, it's so hot that it would just get fogged up instantly. You know, even like those National Geographic videos that when
Yeah.
they're kind of embarrassing, but like those National Geographic like straight edge stories that were on Anchors Up, like the first half at least,
We were
they
the good
fogged
side of
up and
straight
stuff.
edge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had my New Hampshire straight edge jacket on, my big varsity X. I still get that
On
jacket.
purpose.
On purpose. Well, I think I wore that just because of the day of the show, but I wore it all the time.
But that's
Yeah.
pretty much all I remember is like
I
real
lived in that
cameras.
jacket when I got it too. When I was like 17, I was like, yeah.
Coolest
dude.
thing ever.
Yeah. You feel
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. It is a gang. Yeah.
But yeah, that's like with the phone things, like back in that time frames, just
Yeah,
that
was-
one person taking the actual nice photos to post on PhotoBucket or whatever,
Yeah.
and then that's like it. I mean, I know we like talk about it like it's fucking happened 50 years ago, but
AU was
You know.
designed to harbor secrets.
Return to the Pit and Future Breed.
I was
That's
just
what
about
I was
to-
thinking.
just
I
about to
couldn't
say,
figure out the
Aaron
name.
From like Return of the Pit, he's been taking photos forever.
still
Like,
going.
He's still going.
Yeah, so there was like select individuals
Yeah.
that documented it, and thankful for.
But
Yeah,
they've
absolutely.
earned it because they've been everywhere
Yeah.
all the time, forever. They're not just somebody who nobody knows who picked up a camera and is documenting things. That's a problem. You know?
He's a trusted source just to
And
take
like,
photos.
Yeah.
I remember Alex wrote an ignorant song about it where he was just like frustrated about all the people taking photos.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and to a degree, I get it. If it's like the camera people are like interfering with people enjoying the show, then that sucks.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
have seen videos and stuff of like, I don't know, I forget what
That's what
show
I mean by they earned
specifically.
it. They don't bitch, piss, and moan. They're there with the people. They're part of the culture. Sorry to
Yeah.
derail you.
No, I was just gonna say like I've seen just a bunch of videos of like 10 camera people like hovering around the band,
Oh, yeah.
and
Or the
I'm just
front
like that's
right,
annoying.
or
Stage
left.
violence.
They get mad,
Yeah.
yeah.
Potato, yeah.
They're getting mad
Yeah.
the cameras are gonna smash. So I was like, dude, you're right in the spot. You know this
Yeah.
is happening.
Like I feel like almost that should be the thing. It's like, hey, we have Return to the Pit coming, like nobody else on stage or something.
Well, they've been doing that a lot more on flyers, like no cameras, don't bring your
Oh,
camera,
good.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like those videos I see of like the weddings, like no phones out during the ceremony, but then like the moms come from the left field and just start videotaping on their phones.
I think people are asking more now because he actually hit me up about that show on Friday. That was kind of interesting because I'm like, why are you asking me? Just show up like you always do. You're the dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a cool, respectful
Yeah,
way
no,
to
it
go
totally
about
is.
too,
I
though.
respect it, but I'm like, you're who you are. Yeah, dude, take your photos.
Yeah.
That's sick. Thank
Yeah.
you. Please do. You know.
Yeah. Almost like a legend at this
I
point.
hope someone does. I want to look at this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. There'll be photos.
There'll
just
be
a matter
so
of
many.
yeah.
You want to talk about the pig roast? Everything coming up?
Sure. Yeah. So we got the show on Friday,
Yeah.
the pre-party for the pig roast.
Well, there's a Thursday thing happening, right? Oh no, that's in Maine. Never mind. That's DBD and Stab
Okay.
in Maine.
So let's start there.
So Thursday. Yeah.
DB and Stab. What else is going on with that?
There's
Where's that?
another band. It's in Portland.
Portland?
It's DBD, Street Power, Mortar, and
Is that
Stab.
at Geno's?
Maybe.
I think so. Maybe.
It is Portland probably.
Matty Bullets is playing.
Matty Bullets.
And then
Yeah.
Friday is the pig roast pre-show, and I don't know Shaskeen.
Yeah.
Chaskin.
Yeah.
You got Wordforward, Soulless, Opposition, a few other awesome bands I'm sure. Can't remember now, but yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It starts at 6. First show in 10 years.
Amazing.
I haven't even sang, I think, with the band. I've been a couple practices, but you know.
You guys gonna do a secret set on Saturday?
We'll see.
Did I ruin it?
Arch's back.
Did I ruin it?
You gotta save
Time
your
will
voice,
tell.
man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think
Maybe not.
Don't blow it out on Friday.
Yeah.
everybody will be singing anyway. You won't have to. I
Yeah.
think the tire shop's gonna be fucking loaded this year just
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the lineup. Like the lineup's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So,
Didn't they already start doing like, oh, there's gonna be a shuttle type situation?
Oh, they're
It's
trying
fine.
to.
They're talking now about
yeah.
it, and then now they are talking about that. I think they're just like it's gonna be a lot of people.
They're trying to minimize all the cops showing up.
Yeah.
Which they can show. It's not like you're allowed to do what is happening there, but they don't want the
Traffic. maybe?
the cars on the side of that.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
kind of a highway. That
Yeah.
like road is technically like.
Yeah,
a
it's the main
highway.
artery.
Yeah.
28.
So.
But yeah, you got Haywire, Missing Link. I think they're on like little weekend tour or a tour now, right?
Yeah.
And then what's the plan?
Risk.
Risk.
I believe so.
Now with
Neolithic.
100% more risk.
Now with 100% more risk.
What is there almost 300 tickets sold for that?
I think
So
so.
that's a big show for New Hampshire.
Yeah.
That's a big show for that tire shop.
And that's just for like
Yeah.
people that bought tickets. So
But,
there'll
like-
probably like more people.
In the past 25 years in New Hampshire hardcore, like I can't think of a 300-person show really.
You said how many years? 25 years?
Yeah.
There's the drug test reunion. There's probably like 400 people with that.
Yeah.
Or is it like the lore starting like because it's been so long? Like there's 700 people. I don't even know.
No,
There's a lot of
750
people there.
yeah.
I would say there was probably 300 people there.
That was one of Wordforward's first shows,
But,
and I was nervous.
I think
as
this
fuck
I think this
because
Haywire show is going to be more than that though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, they're
Haywire is fucking
Guaranteed.
gigantic for good reason.
But like that drug test
Awesome.
reunion show, that was like a big production. You
Was
know,
it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't book it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
played
yeah.
it, but I know it was a big deal, and I was psyched to be there. But I didn't deal with any like the background of it. So,
Yeah.
but it was huge.
you just showed up.
Yeah, nervously.
As
I mean, I
singers
probably
do.
did whatever Josh did to help him out. You know, if he asked me something, but he was the mastermind. He's the main booker of our,
But
our
that-
friendship.
that-
I've done like less than 5 shows my entire life.
Same.
Yeah, it's horrible, right? Booking
hate it.
shows
It's
is the
terrible.
worst. I don't know how you did that for so long, all the venues and stuff. Dude, the liability, the
It
stress.
aged me.
Oh, yeah, I bet, dude. I did like a couple
Yeah.
shows and I hated it. And you helped me out with most of those.
Yeah.
And I still hated it because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough, but it is worth it, you know. But
Well, yeah, like I
For
was
me
saying, like
anymore, for
25 years, like, okay, the drug test show had probably 300 kids, like this Haywire show, probably 400, you know, that's,
Yeah.
New Hampshire doesn't get crowds like that. And in
People
2000s
bought tickets. Most
Yeah.
hardcore kids don't buy tickets. So there's going to be
100%.
500, 600, 700 people there.
Yeah.
I think.
And I mean, Haywire, Missing Link are like the big draws. Like there's good bands on it, but like, you know, that's just goes to show you where hardcore's at. Like you said, it's huge now. you know?
Haywire's the draw wherever they go.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw
Yeah.
tires
It's awesome
on
to see.
people from the upper level. You know what I mean? I'm just digging people with tires. I don't even think they're going to do it inside the shop. Probably not, right? They do it every year in the
last year
shop,
they
but I think
did
it's
it
too big.
at the shop before, but it's kind of like open door. So I don't know if like maybe they'll have the band in case it rains inside and the rest of outside. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, would you go last year? Last year was
Oh, well, yeah,
was
I've been,
a
yeah.
little smaller, so it was kind of like inside right there,
Yeah.
but not a ton of room inside, you know.
Yeah, that'd
but-
make it cool, though. Shut the door. Get everybody in.
Yeah,
Pack them in.
Yeah, pack them in.
Like sardines.
Yeah, everyone's
Sorry
on-
about your
on
door, Woody,
rafters.
but
How
Yeah,
long
that's
has it
how
been
long-
an ongoing thing? How many years in a row?
This is like the 17th one consecutively.
17.
As far as bands, I think Wordforward and Hair Bros played the first one with the Drunks.
That
yeah,
was
pig roast, no
basics.
pig.
That was the first
Yeah.
one, huh?
The
Yeah.
first one with like the bands, I think since we like started hanging out in Manchester was like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like Wordforward, Hair
Bros,
Bros was 86. Definitely the Drunks. I
Yeah,
think
it
the
was-
police
it was
came
in the
by the time the
garage,
Drunks
yeah.
started. Yeah, it was in the garage. For some reason, the door opened right on the street, Manchester Street. Chaos. Everyone got a ticket. It was part of the subject.
Tickets.
They're not psyched.
But it didn't get shut down, though.
The part did not. The bands got shut down for sure.
Really?
Yeah, music for sure.
I thought Hambros had a whole set.
We did. Well, you did, and
Yeah.
I did. And that was probably like 20 minutes long, maybe half an
Okay,
hour.
yeah.
And then as soon as like the Drunks went on, I think it was like done.
That
Like,
sounds
what the
about
fuck
right.
are you guys doing? We're like
Yeah.
blasting music in like the inner city, like it was like New York City. It was crazy. So 17 years of like us doing with the bands in the show, and I think like over the last, it's kind of hazy now. 10 years, we kind of made like 2 days. It was always been like a show and then the pig roast, and now it's kind of like both now.
The pre-show.
Yeah, it's been a pre-show then a party only.
Yeah.
And because it was a problem, because we're used to have the pig roast, as we found out the first year, we couldn't have bands play. And you know, a couple of years there was some in the basement, but they were small. I think Yellow Stitches played a couple times.
That was the Yellow Stitches music video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was one. But I think it mostly became let's go have a show the night before the Shaskin. Dudes are coming from out of state. People are coming. So it was usually show, and then
Hang.
pig roast. So it became like Fern Fest. It was like Fern Fest the show,
Yeah.
which I think I was the first person to coin that, by the way, which is kind of catchy.
Just
Trademark.
throw that
So I'm
out.
gonna take that. I'm gonna put that on record. And yeah, and then and the older guys have been doing it for a lot longer than that. I think even like in the '90s they were always having, the Pig Rose, Skinhead Thanksgiving. There's been a lot of like stuff in town for years.
That's crazy.
But as far as the first one of the bands that I'm pretty sure is 17 years ago, and that's why that's on the flyer. This is 17th year. Was that Hamburg's Wordforward Drunks attempt, which was sick.
The Drunks
17
gotta
years
play
is
again.
crazy.
The Drunks are like one of like the best bands from Manchester. I was lucky enough to actually do one of their a full length for them. We kind of cherry picked. There's this like legendary Manchester CD. It was just a CDR. I don't think it ever got released for the Drunks. You've definitely heard this. It's like 20 songs plus, and then we kind of like me, Al, and George kind of cherry picked what they picked their favorite like 9 songs, and we did that as like a final solutions to the LP for the Drunks. That was one of the last things they did too.
Are those other songs out?
They are out. I think they're on. They're probably on Spotify and stuff like that. They're on YouTube.
No, the other 20. The rest of
Oh
the 20.
no, those other songs are just like you had to be from Manchester. Then I think I have the CD still.
Somebody got to talk to Al. We need a release. We need a
Songs
release and a show.
Right. I mean, well, we'll put it this way.
Yeah,
I
I
tried.
second that.
I tried with the CD. I go, let's do a full compilation. This is like important to the city. This is like great song. Everyone loves this. And he's like, these are the songs. Like, okay, thanks, man. And I did what he wanted to do. It was
No,
cool.
but now though, because it's been 150 years.
I mean, that feels like not that long ago. That was like 2018. What I guess now is like 7 years. But
150.
that seems
Yeah.
somewhat recent. I don't know.
I mean, I was
We could
glad
try.
when I found the Drunks on Spotify. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, that's
pleasantly
the new
surprised.
stuff. And it was cool too because some of those songs actually they got cherry picked were on one of their actual EPs, which is a big label. Do you remember what label it was? It was like one of the Deuce and the Dropkicks like label, and they said it was cool because we kind of just like took them and put them on the record. Like I said, Arrest Records kind of like I don't know, kind of went rogue. We kind of do whatever we want and just like do it, and it's like now it's more of an art project. So we put out releases, or I put out releases, and it's like if it makes money, that's cool. If it doesn't, then like whatever. I just did this to do it, and I don't really do too much with it, but I never say it's over. Kind of like
Yeah.
Josh's Rude Awakening. It's kind of on the back burner. Like it might come back. Like I was really psyched that Josh Skull wanted to do like the Skinhead tape, and that I think was really fitting for the label.
Well, it's cool
You
to
know?
leave it open ended.
Yeah.
You know, like we talked about this 2 word for word shows. Like, it's not being like these are the last 2 shows.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if something comes up down the road, you
Yeah.
know, maybe a Boston show. Who knows?
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know,
Who knows?
but yeah, I kind of.
I don't know shit.
I want.
This is the conversation that ignites it.
I want to
What about,
open ended? Yeah,
2,000 tons of TNT's coming back.
yeah.
That's Pete though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We played one. We played a pre-party before with like it was like a Friday before. It was pretty sick.
Rude Awakening
I think-
played 1,000 tons of TNT.
You did, yeah. Rude Awakening did. Y'all just definitely played a couple. I think maybe both of them.
It was an
Definitely
awesome
one.
fest.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
psyched that's
great.
coming back.
Yeah, I had a really good time both times. I like vented with the label and like Connecticut's sick. I had a really good time both times. Really good time.
It's always interesting to see how certain areas. I'm going to use the word fall off, but that's not really it. It's just the scene kind of shifts. You got a venue in Connecticut for fucking 3 years, and then there's nothing, right? And then 2000 TNT comes back after it moved. Like the Middle East has been bumping in Boston lately. You know what I mean? Shaskeen too has been getting cool shows, but over the years, the scene is kind of dictated by which venue is like the coolest. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like Connecticut had Wallingford for a while. The
Wham leg.
Wamleg, yep, thank you. Nothing compares to Anchors Up, but Connecticut having a fest or just coming back in general is sick.
Yeah,
So-
those festivals at 2000 Tons of TNT were like monumental. Like huge bands from Europe and
Yeah.
Evil Conduct. I think one night, I remember one year, I was like Forced Reality, The Bruisers, Stars and
Yeah.
Stripes. It was like really
That was epic.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think there's too many fests?
There's a lot now.
I personally think there's too many in the whole country, but that being said, I'm psyched as fuck for 2,000 tons of TNT to come back, and there's just cool things on the calendar to like, you know, make a footnote to like, okay, Boston for the children, LA for the children, you know,
This is hardcore Philly.
This is hardcore Philly, 100% the pig roast, but I mean, to your point, like every major city like has a fest almost, you know.
I say that because I'm seeing less of like just normal, like let's say like 5-band lineups, but I'm seeing like fests, like more so.
Get announced like every few weeks.
Yeah.
The circuit's way bigger. I feel like 15-ish, 20 years ago, there was like 5 big festivals. There was like This is Hardcore, there was Sound of Fury,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a few others. I can't think of the top of it. FYA is the Florida one.
United
Yeah.
Blood.
United Blood, yeah, that was one that's been
Yeah.
around for a minute. And it's kind of like these are the 5 that all like the bands go to, and there's every scene has like, its local scene. But there's a lot now, but it's probably
It's
cool
too
if you're an
much.
active
It takes
band.
away the cool factor. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody's making money, having fun, doing the punk rock
Absolutely.
thing. That's sick.
Yeah.
No argument. However, if I go to an East Coast Fest and a West Coast Fest a year, that's what I do, I'm going to see most of my same friends, right? Or people that I'm looking forward to seeing, because the majority of the people I know are going to go to those things. Now, fucking, they're going to some fest in Kentucky. They're going to some fest in Louisiana. They're not going to go to FYA now. They're not even going to bother to go to This Is Hardcore. They're going to go to fucking Washington to Rain Fest. Yeah. You know, there's going to be a lot of different things all at, like, January Fest, February Fest, March Fest. And it's like...
It's to the point now where it's like, oh, once a month, let's just wait and go to the fest or something like that.
And none of you motherfuckers are staying inside watching all the bands.
Parking lot.
None of them. You're watching the bands you want to see, supporting your friends, but then you're in the parking lot, you're getting food, you're out of there. So why don't we just keep it at like 6 a year? Even that's too much. That's like every 2 months. But
well, it just gets oversaturated, and people are gonna have to pick and choose which fest they go to. I mean, I will say I saw that FYA lineup, and I was like, damn, that looks like a banger.
Yeah. And when people used to have like limited like merch and releases for, I bring up Sound and Fury because I have like Bad Seed, Sound and Fury records, and
I just got
and
that
other
from Sound and
bands.
Fury.
Yeah, so it's like it used to have like exclusive vinyl releases for Sound and Fury.
And I think people still do, like bands still do. As a band, like it is exciting to be on those fests because you get like more bang for your buck. You're gonna sell more merch. You're gonna play to more people, as opposed to like just playing like a random show in Tampa or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it does get oversaturated, unfortunately.
Do you think that does have to contribute about not being like specific venues, like we were talking about earlier,
It's
like
also
Angers Up
bigger.
not existing?
hardcore's also like booming right now. So
Yeah, so maybe it, at 2025 hardcore, maybe it can support that. You know.
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely way more people coming to shows. That's for sure. So.
Are you not less excited though, in a way? Like This Is Hardcore is like an event, right?
Yeah.
You kind of like whether you know the bands or not. You're like, all right, fucking July or August, probably going to fucking Philly, and you have that in your head. But now with the fest every month and a half, it's like you're like, maybe I'm not doing that now. It's kind of like it takes away almost like a staple. It doesn't take it away because it's still there, but you have more options, more oversaturation. It's like Netflix. You don't know what to fucking watch, dude.
Scrolling before you Let's give up.
That's a fair
too
point.
many options, and
Yeah.
you don't watch anything. Unless
I'm
that's
fucking
me.
staying home and
Yeah.
listening to a band from 2004,
I just
dude.
put on like an old horror movie, you know, I'm like, this is fine. You know, too stressful trying to find something new.
That's what I was talking to Steve one day. I'm like, I just like when it comes to like Netflix and shows oversaturated. Like I couldn't figure out anything to watch, and I was like, Steve, what are some anime I can watch?
Oh man, I still haven't taken the bullet yet.
Anime?
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
You an anime
It's a
guy?
rabbit
No.
hole.
It is.
I think
Oh.
Wait, you into
Akira
it?
Back in the day?
No,
Secret weeb.
But my kids watch that anime thing on Netflix, but it's over that K-pop stuff. Yeah.
Oh
K-
god.
K-pop.
Oh, damn.
K-pop.
What's that? Demon Hunter or Slayer, or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, different thing. It's like a musical or
Oh, I
whatever.
don't know, man. I'm like,
But
Playing
anyway,
Koi.
it's all,
loves
it.
it's all
Yeah.
over my head.
A lot of stuff
Yeah.
to watch.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite hentai category? I'm just curious.
My favorite
I had
one.
no idea.
Yeah.
The animated like octopus porn.
I'm like, I don't even know what this word means.
Yeah, whatever,
You gotta
pal.
educate
Yeah.
me.
You passed the test.
Yeah.
But you
You
were
guys are
saying
both
like
parents now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got a whole army of them.
Oh, yeah.
army.
Little skins.
Got one. Yep.
Start my own basketball team. Get 6 of them.
How's doing
6.
that with like Token's Tap Room and the barbershop and promote the businesses, bro? I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah, man.
it's a lot, you know, like, so you referenced like Rude Awakening, and it's like Rude Awakening kind of wound down when I was like focusing my efforts on business. And you know, for me, like hardcore, you know, if you're into hardcore, like the biggest takeaway from hardcore for me was DIY, do it yourself.
And you love being broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Well,
Need it.
like running a venue and doing shows, you definitely are broke. But
You're not in the van 8 months a year because you're wealthy.
yeah,
You know?
and dude, all of us were broke for so long, but it's like if you can channel that same, you know,
Drive.
to business, then you're gonna succeed flat out. You know, I mean, being in a band is no doubt a business. You know, there is strategy to it and whatnot. So essentially, like anything I invest in, I just put all my chips in. You know, so it's like I transitioned Rude Awakening down and like put my eggs in the basket of the barbershop. And so that was around 2015-ish. And 2015, 2016 maybe. Started one barbershop. So I left my job put my 2 weeks notice when my first daughter was born, and then it was a few weeks before I left my job on her due date. It was a few weeks before she was actually born, so I had like too much of a break in between jobs. So I got back from the hospital on a Friday, and literally I was dead broke, like we were talking about money. So I had to open the barbershop literally like that next morning. So
Damn.
I let it go.
How broke are we talking? Like stealing from the gas station on the way through, broke?
Like broke enough to be like, wake up Christmas Day and be like, Merry Christmas, I have no money for Christmas presents.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, that's
like,
bad. Yeah,
like,
been there.
Like just like eating like Kraft mac and cheese, processed food, stuff like that.
Yep.
So for me, it's like,
Teetering on homeless.
yeah, well, we had a home, we had our bills paid, but like we're not, you know, I didn't go out to eat for 4 years, like didn't go on vacation for 4 years. So it's like, you know, it's like that guy that like lived in a van and like, you know, paid off his college. You know, I pretty much did like a formula like that. So for me, it was like.
Or you weren't running from your debt. You didn't just pretend it didn't exist and go on the road.
So it's like.
That's Massachusetts debt.
Like living in Manchester, like I could make my dollars stretch, you know. So it's like I could live off like 30 grand and be like live like a king, you know, off eating ramen noodles, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like when you do your own business, it was like you have to have self-control. Be like, okay, now I'm making a lot more than 30 grand, but you're living like you still only have 30 grand, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, it was just, I kept on like,
That's how you save money.
yes,
Yeah.
just saving money and transitioning from one business to another. So like I said, I didn't like do shit for 4 years, and that was our plan. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take this time. And I opened up one barbershop, then two barbershops, and then the arcade bar. And then
what was the name again? Stanley. No, that's yours.
Stanley's is his barbershop.
Yes.
So my barbershop's Stronghold, and
Yeah.
then I had Best of Times, and then I opened up Token's Tap Room, and then I had a food truck at one point. So
What?
I had like 4 businesses going, and just
No more
like,
food truck?
no, we ended up flipping it. Like someone bought it.
Oh.
And
Was the
it,
food
it,
Love,
good, though?
love a good food truck.
it was fun though.
I love a food truck.
What kind of food?
It was cool. It was like burgers and fries.
Nice.
And it was
Awesome black bean burger.
yeah,
Vegan.
good black bean burger.
I did my
Whatever.
apprenticeship.
Yeah, but yeah, like the original question was like, how do you navigate that with kids and stuff? And for me, it was like, you know, it's hard. You know, like navigating anything with kids is hard. But like especially business, because business, like, you know, you work a 9-to-5 job, you leave that job at 5. Like businesses, you know, you don't put your phone down.
Yeah.
There's just like you're constantly putting out fires. It's like a ship with a bunch of bullet holes. You plug one, another one spurts, and you just that becomes your new normal. You know, when like shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah.
I feel like
Especially they were
when you become a parent-
newborns too.
When you become a parent, like if you're doing it right, you jump in the backseat of your own life, basically. You know,
Yeah.
the kid needs fresh vegetables, fresh milk, whatever. You know, you gotta like take care of them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
you
put
prioritize.
yourself
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
anymore.
Especially like trying to start the businesses when you have newborns.
Yeah.
One more time, we're gonna let him get away with that. You prioritize?
Prioritize.
Oh, you prioritize.
Yeah,
Prioritize.
yeah. I'm surprised that's the first word that I mispronounce. So I do that all the time.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, yeah, I did a barber apprenticeship at Josh's first shop in 2015, like 6 months after it opened. Best times. That's how I got involved with cutting hair. And yeah, I kind of bounced back and forth between those two, and I ended up buying Stanley's barbershop in Manchester, like in 2019. It's like 4 years later. I was kind of bouncing back and forth, and now I kind of am still doing that actually. So
It's a typical
Yeah.
punk rock hardcore kid
Love
Yeah.
career, you know.
I love it. I love the hustle of the grind. You know,
But
You're a
just
personable guy too, though, and that helps. You know what I mean? You both
I like to
are.
think so. Yeah.
But just as a hardcore kid, like by all means in nature, you don't want to answer to anyone. You know,
Yeah.
so like running your own business is the definition of that. So you're like, okay, it comes with more hassle and stress, but at the end of the day, no one's telling me what to do.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
Wordforword was kind of like a business. At all times, we had like 5 T-shirt designs.
Oh, without
It was
a
kind
doubt,
of
it
like
was a
the
business.
2007 New Hampshire, like I don't want to say Rick to Life. I was hustling all sorts of distro
There was a lot of
CDs,
different
a lot of
colors of
shirts.
word for
Dude,
word.
I made everything. I showed up. Our band was like the scumbag band where I had all of the gear, as in like box of shirts in my like hatchback, 5 shirt designs, and the dudes in my band brought nothing. They're just like no gear. Like not even talking about guitars, not like anything.
You are preaching to the choir in
And
this room.
I had the dudes like, hey, can we borrow like all your things because we have nothing for some reason.
Sup,
I
bros? Can I
sing.
borrow
Oh, yeah.
everything?
This is not my fault. One time we played a show, like really far up in Maine, and we didn't have a drum set, of course. We didn't have anything, and nobody wanted to let us borrow their drum set. We had to like literally hijack someone's drum set. and they were not psyched about it. But I was
Gotta
like,
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we were like, they're gonna cancel the show. Like, all right, we were headlining, and they're like, everyone hated us. They were mad that we didn't bring anything. I think that was pretty funny.
And I think that's typical hardcore nature.
Yeah,
Just like show up with like, your instruments, like your guitars and stuff.
That's
and,
an opening band's burden, bro.
Yeah.
but
If you're a headliner who cares about how you sound, sure. But the opening bands pay their dues by donating your cabs.
I do want to say though, I worked on this later on with all the money I made from the t-shirts. I became like, the dude who bought all the instruments to the band. So that our first drummer couldn't sell or just have the drum set disappear. I forget where it was. So I bought drums for the band. I bought like bass setup. I got a guitar, cabs and heads and stuff. So that way I was like, all right, we have the stuff now, so bring it. You know what I mean? So stop making me.
You are the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool having that fail safe that you like no matter what, we have gear.
Because somehow some of the dudes in the band, all their gear disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
It just appears.
They just like,
Gear shows up
They
sometimes.
sold it. They needed money for other things. And then all of a sudden, it was like, I don't know. I just have my guitar. And I'm like, all right, Jimi Hendrix, get in the back. Let's go, dude. Get in the Subaru. We're going on the show.
Did you guys bring your cabs? Oh, we literally don't even own those.
We don't have heads. We don't have cabs. We don't have guitars. Yeah.
I'm offended you'd even ask.
Yeah. It was silly, but it was a really good time. Here we are.
Classic Skull. Walking up to the right before he's about to play to the last band's drummer. Nope, don't touch anything. It's all good. You did great. Thanks. Nope, double bass pedals are good. I'm going to use it. It's all good.
We're going to need this here.
We're sharing today. Yeah.
I'll make
Thank you
sure it
so
makes
much.
it over there.
Yeah, Greg told me it was cool. Thanks. No, these are my drums. No, but Greg, you got to talk to Greg. Who the fuck is Greg?
BG's smart. I'm in like a Instagram group text right now with a bunch of other people in the bands playing on Friday, and he's already got everything figured out. And I'm just there like, thank you.
Well, he rented a backline for those shows, and that's
Who did?
That's next level. BG rented a
yeah.
backline for the two shows.
There's also some stuff though, because he's like, I'm like dead text, and he's asking for some things, but
I heard that and I was so relieved. I was like, wow, this is where we're at. Yeah,
It's come so far.
I think I did that when I booked like a Firm Fest a few years ago. The one that like COA and Downpressor played. It was like a big deal, and I was like, I need to figure this out because people are flying in or whatever.
Everybody's gear is a lot better nowadays anyway. Even if you are broke, a shitty cab is still
sounds
gonna
pretty
do
good.
most people good.
A shitty cab's better than no cab.
A shitty cab now is better than some of the better cabs back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you can get away with. Go ahead, Steve. You've been trying
Do
to
you
talk.
remember we played a show? I believe it was with Rude Awakening, and Madison went to Sam and was like, "Hey, Skull needs to talk to you right now."
Yeah, dude. Sam was so stressed
We
out.
walk over there and he goes, "Hey, man, can I borrow your pedals?"
Are they? They're the wrong way. Damn. Yeah. Sam was
Shitting himself.
visibly scared. Yeah. Walking over. He went though.
He's gonna
all
watch
the credit
this,
to
I bet.
Sam, but he walked over to Skull like, "You want to talk to me?"
What's this about?
That was the Rude Awakening and not Hingham, but where was it?
I can't remember.
The Rude Awakening, probably the most recent Rude Awakening show, if I'm remembering. It was in that
It's like the road something.
that was like the Cruel Hand show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where was that? Brighton?
Railroad
Right.
Tavern?
No. That was you're
No.
thinking SK. We're talking SK.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right about that one. That was a Roadhouse Tavern, whatever. It was in. I'm gonna say Hingham, but it's not Hingham. It's the other one.
Yeah.
Brighton, maybe it might have been Brighton.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Was that the last Rude Awakening set that you sang on? Because I think
Mash
the last
show,
one,
yeah.
the last one I think that Austin sang with everyone else in the band, I think it was like Freedom Fest, like upstate New York or something, right? Or was that
Yeah,
after that?
That did happen once.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened.
It was like a terror show in New York.
Yeah.
My first experience with Austin before I had met him in real life, which was actually a way crazier experience, was seeing him in the Agitator video.
I don't even remember that.
He's like all wigged out and talking mad crazy because they're making fun of Warhound through their own video, dude. It's look it up when you get home. It's awesome.
Sounds like gold.
I'm actually gonna screen cap it and post it to my story when we get off here, so because I just remembered of it. So.
I probably saw it when it came out.
Oh yeah, you'll know it as soon as it comes out. He's wearing like a t-shirt as a do-rag and has like a toothpick and a shirt off. Typical.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Austin hasn't owned a shirt in 5 months, so.
I noticed that.
Oh, I think that's pretty good
What
for
do
the
we
day.
have, dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to plug, talk about? Name the businesses? I don't know. Well, I don't know how much help it'll get you. But,
Where can people go get haircuts from you?
you know.
Stronghold Barbershop, Stanley's Barbershop.
Yeah.
Both in Manchester?
Stanley's Barbershop's in Manchester. Manchester's finest barbershop.
Strongholds and Tokens I mean, Stronghold is in Dover. What am I saying?
In Tokens.
I mean, to be honest, that's not a lie. Stronghold is connected to Tokens, so yeah.
So they're side by side.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of conjoin. And then Tokens Taproom in Dover as well.
The way I look at it is Tokens is in Stronghold because Stronghold was first, and they kind of took over the little J shape in the back. You'll have to go there. It's 2 rectangles.
Actually,
Great
before
place,
we wrap
a lot of
up, how did you get into Tokens?
So it's weird because people ask me that, and it organically transitioned into Tokens. So Strongholds, the whole concept was that was kind of like what we were talking about with like Anchors Up, like coffee shop, music venue. Mm-hmm. Stronghold was the front half was the barber shop and the back half was a game room. So people could come in while they're waiting for a haircut and just play arcade and pinballs and like, 80s and 90s video games. That's my bag. So I thought it'd be pretty cool, like as a walk-in barber shop. And then the adjacent property went up for sale. And I just figured transition it into its own business.
Right on.
So it organically, kind of, the game room turned into its own thing.
Was the liquor license a bitch?
Yeah, a lot of paperwork for sure.
Is it the same as Mass where there's only a certain amount and you have to buy it from somebody who already has it?
So it's not. So in New Hampshire, you just have to have your ducks in a row. But if you don't have everything down to a T, they'll throw you out and make you an appointment later on. So it's.
I may be wrong on that, but I'm.
No, you're right.
No, you're
right.
right.
I am right.
You're right in Massachusetts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's like taxi license.
It's like
tokens.
limited per city.
Yeah, so it's like it could be a shit bar that doesn't do any money, but the license is worth fucking $2.5 million.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No,
right,
that
like
still
what Al
stands.
had.
that's exactly what I'm referencing. Yeah.
I think Durham, New Hampshire's like that, right? There's only like 3 dive bars, and there can't be any more.
It's
Maybe
per
that's city.
square footage of the town.
Well, that's crazy because
Yeah.
Clinton has the most bars per square foot of any town in like the country. That's like an actual stat.
Yeah.
Town
But-
ordinances, city ordinances, but in New Hampshire, they're pretty loose on it.
I don't think Clinton is mostly residential though.
It's all bars.
If you actually think about Clinton, it's mostly like factories.
Yeah.
Piece of shit
The
fucking
chip
places.
factory is a
And
cereal
there's, like,
factory.
2 streets in between, and there's more factories and like 2 streets. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
getting more gentrified and shit, but it's like a.
Just bars and
It's
factories.
like fucking Bridgeport, Connecticut. There's just nothing going on.
Just a
You know what
business,
I mean?
a business town.
Davis Mays.
Mega Maze? That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
That's not in Connecticut.
Oh, I thought you said Clinton.
Oh, we were talking about Clinton. Anyway.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You definitely have kids.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And then Wordforword coming back exactly when?
This Friday.
This weekend.
This Friday.
Yeah.
We'll make sure this episode's out before
out.
the weekend, so that way, you know what I mean. We'll push Brandon back.
Nice.
We'll move
Yeah.
you guys up.
I will say, I do have a new band that is going to be starting
Ooh.
up this fall called Recollection. So be on the lookout for that.
What's the vibe?
The vibe, it's not, I mean, I wouldn't really say it's like too heavy. Like more like, there's more melody, more catchiness. I don't know. It's fun. Definitely different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like many different influences. Like, it goes from like, we have a song that sounds like similar to like Billy Bragg to like the Pixies. It's just it's across the board.
Nice.
So
You're
it's-
speaking my language.
Yeah, so it's definitely not like a straight up hardcore band for sure.
Who are you
Sweet.
doing that with?
At this point in my life, I just do the bands with the same people I've always done bands with.
Reliable.
So it's Skull, G, Austin, and then we got a drummer.
Oh, Skull's
Yeah.
not drumming.
No, he's playing guitar.
Oh.
So me and him wrote all these songs over the past like 2 years, like bi-coastally. So it was cool. He was just sending me the songs, and then I'd tell him to tweak it a little bit, then we'd go back and forth. And I've never done it that way, and it was a pretty cool process.
Nice.
We got 6 songs. Look for a show in like December.
Sweet.
Sick.
Very sick.
Hell yeah. Recollection.
Recollection, yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Come see Wordforward Friday.
Let's go.
Hammer Bros reunion.
Firm Fest 2025. Yeah, let's bring back Hammer Bros for sure.
You heard the people. You heard the people, Jim. You're hearing
You're
them.
listening. People want it. Stop playing games.
They cover it.
They
They cover it. They need it. They
cover it.
yearn for it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
See you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.